Yeah. So, paintball.
Got something stuck in my teeth.
That sucks.
You had a nice dinner. What was that?
Dude, I got some chicken, some rice, green beans, and carrots.
Wow.
All right.
All right. What's
Now
up?
we're fueled up. Dead box. All right. Live paintball stream.
What you got there?
This?
Yeah.
This is called Mas Agave from Founders. You can try it. It's a beer
It's a cool mug.
aged in tequila agave. Dude, what are you doing?
Chips his tooth.
Aged
Nice.
in tequila agave barrels. So it's a barrel-aged beer. It's an ale. So it's like a tequila beer, basically.
That's good.
Yeah, Founders does a really good job.
Okay.
Sure. Let's see.
All right. So, what's up, guys? Now that we're done talking a little bit about beer,
Yeah. A little warm up.
what are you drinking over there, Nathan?
Oh, you got that. Wish I was sponsored by Arizona.
I've never really been in like.
They're
iced
very
tea stuff.
sweet.
Yeah, dude.
I like
iced
tea, though.
teas. I'm solid.
Anyway, so for this episode, we're talking about what makes a paintball feel great, and this is just like the environment, the people, what's going on there that makes that an actual fun field, and how is that different from a shitty field that like doesn't compare,
Or
can't
shitty
hold
field.
up. And so we're gonna talk about good fields, experiences with good fields, bad fields, what makes a field decent, and then we want to hear from you guys, taking calls, hear your stories about
I don't know if you can see that.
what makes this what makes your field your favorite field what it is. And stuff
The
like
lighting
that.
kind of sucks right here, so but that's all right.
Just
Just
because
have
we
a
have that
light
one.
coming down above us. So
We should
next
turn this
week, so Nick is not
Try,
here.
it's way too bright.
Yeah, it sucks. So next week we are going to be changing things up a little, or next week or the week after, whenever the next dead box is. We actually have all the parts to make it into a actual stream now. Just Nick isn't here, so
And he has our stuff.
yeah, Nick has everything. So we kind of need Nick to fill in the missing pieces of what we need. So, all right. So, what do you want to talk about first? What makes a paintball field bad, or what makes a paintball field good? By the way, add us on Team Insanity PB on Snapchat. You guys can call in live and ask us questions, and you can tell us what you guys think.
I think a good starting point is I say we should talk about, favorite paintball field, excluding Lone Wolf.
So that's a problem for me.
Like I'm only excluding Lone Wolf because that's probably some of our favorite fields because of the people there and everything.
I mean, yeah, it's our home
Yeah.
field.
It's our home field.
It's
So
our
I'm saying
boys. Like that
Go
we've grown
away.
up there.
What was your favorite away field?
Do they have to be in business?
No, so you can pick
CPX, yeah, for sure. CPX was just fucking. CPX was on another level. I really like that field in Canada that we went to.
Flag Raiders.
Yeah, Flag
I
Raiders.
really
paintball.
enjoyed Flag Raiders.
Flag Raiders was
I
solid.
would have to say though, I think everyone's answer but you because you didn't go to Legends. It
I
would be
know.
CPX.
Yep.
And I agree with CPX entirely. Even though they're not in business, how big the field was and how many times we played on
Just
it,
the
and I still
layout
didn't
in
go. And the
general.
layout was really cool. You have
They're
Bedlam,
Dunzo, right? Like, they're
Armageddon,
gone.
they're
Yeah,
done.
they're-
Legacy
yeah.
baseball basically took them. That's new CPX. Basically.
Sad days.
But you got Bedlam, you got Armageddon, you have the Woods area.
I wish I
and
would've played
there's
there. It's
So
so sad.
many cool parts about CPX.
All right,
and
hey,
made
you'll
the
be
field
able to
really
call
great.
in first if you got some things to weigh in on. I want to hear you talk.
What about you? Favorite field?
Well, the only other
You haven't
field
played
I
it a
played
lot.
at besides Lone Wolf is Crew, and that's not a good field. And not to hate on Crew, but I don't like indoor. And then their outdoors kind of meh.
Yeah, no, I mean it is what it is.
So what about other than CPX? That's kind of like a dead giver. You say Flag
I
Raiders?
said Flag Raiders. I really enjoyed. What's that field in Indiana, Hawthorne, Indiana?
Battle.
Blast Camp.
Blast Camp. Okay.
Blast Camp. Blast Camp is a lot of fun. The players are super cool. They always have a good turnout of players. Like you don't get a fucking bunch of dickheads. Like normally. I mean, paintball is full of dickheads. Like I'm definitely a dickhead, but like you don't get like dickheads. You know what I mean? Like those really big fucking dickheads. So Blast Camp every time I went has always been solid, and they always have great scenarios. The field is always a lot of fun. Their final battles are cool, but it's on a military base. It's on that old military base.
Wait, is that the one with the silo?
Yeah,
The missile silo?
yeah.
I
So
always
being
wanted to go
able,
there.
dude, so being able to like go through buildings like that are just pitch black. Like I'm not into like the whole like I'm a dress up tactical, but like this dude like legit. You know how like we always would bash on people like. I've never played paintball ever, and
You
having
need
a
a
flashlight's
flashlight?
on your gun is fucking stupid, dude. I got up there, and this dude had a flashlight and turned it on and was lighting up the inside. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
Pat, flashlight it is. All right. And
Well,
he's
see,
sitting
I
there
mean,
like
when
fucking.
you're used to that environment, but like we've never needed a flashlight.
Oh, that was the
No.
first time ever. And it was because it was a fucking old, but it was super, super cool because you're literally going in darkness and
That's so crazy.
but you can't see the other players either. Like if you go into the building, they can't see you and you can't see them. One of the only things that they can see is the light on your hopper.
Dude, I was watching.
So that's how I'd pick people out, is I would look and I'd see like a fucking like blue light dart across. I'm like, ah! But you don't even know what you're shooting at. Like I'd put my gun up. At one point, I literally I was in the darkness. I put my gun up and I just scraped my barrel across the wall because I'm like, oh shit, that's a wall in front of me. Like,
It was that dark.
yeah, it's fucking pitch black when you
it's
get
so
in the
crazy.
middle of it because there's literally, it's like concrete buildings. And then like there's the entranceway and then there's like a bunch of hallways. So when you go into like the second hallways, there's nothing there. If you go into the second hallways, and then there's like people that sit in those hallways and wait for like to hear people walk by.
Yeah.
And they just fucking blast you. Killer Giller girl. All right, you better call in about your home field then.
I think she might be talking about which one you just talking about?
No, she's not.
Last song,
She's
last
from Texas.
Okay. Yeah, call in about your home field. I really liked the Flag Raiders paintball Canadian one.
Yeah, even though it's
It was
Canadian.
a lot of like in the environment was very natural. Like I remember the giant sand
was.
hills.
There's
And
lots
like
of hills.
people were like hiding like in the sand and
Yep.
stuff like that. And like you'd be
There's big
hiding and your
fucking
cover,
cliffs.
they would shoot your cover and the sand would like fall. And all of a sudden you're like it was weird. It was shit like that. It was really cool. And plus
Right.
like the woods, and they had like RVs and stuff in the woods, so like you'd be going through and then you can go in through RVs and cars and shit like that.
Yeah, I gotta expand my boundaries, man.
Now I
Yeah,
do
I
have
think a
to
lot of
say,
It's really cool to taste the different fields.
I do have to say one of the worst paintball fields, not like in like just because like field wise, not just like players and refs or anything, was when we played at the fucking RV park, the OREV park for Dreaded Legends in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that shit was
I
fuck.
thought
Dude,
Dread Legend was fine though,
yeah, it was fine.
but the field sucked.
Dude, the fucking Florida, man. Florida fucking sucks,
I don't
bro.
like Florida.
For one,
Like
it was
Florida
like in the
sucks.
middle of
It's
January.
the toilet of America.
It's
man.
like
really is.
90 fucking degrees in the middle of January and like goddamn piss humid, bro. And then on top of that, you know how like thick the top of palm trees are?
Yeah.
Think of that, but that's all it is on the ground.
Oh,
Like
that's
you
rough.
literally can't walk through it. Like it's so fucking thick and it's so dense and so shitty. You can't shoot through it and you can't walk through it. You literally can't do anything. So it's playing trail ball. Like you're literally
Oh.
playing on fucking trails of just these fucking like stupid ass like palm tree looking things. And then if you went to the other side, then there was like a good like little cool village and everything. But dude, the field itself, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Like I'd start walking down a path and I peek my head out like both ways. I'm like, oh, there's a guy over here. And then they would just like, and when you would start getting shot at, you'd literally just be, oh shit. And you just throw yourself back into the fucking ferns and shit because like it's too thick to shoot through. It was stupid.
Flag Raiders had, I don't know if you remember, it was a lot with the ferns and the bushes and stuff. Do you remember? It was like a lot of bushwhacking.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah.
You won't be able to weigh on this
It's sad, dude.
in for a second, but someone commented on, what about Explosion? What's your thoughts on Explosion?
All right. So
And then I want to hear your thoughts on like a good paintball field.
Paintball Explosion is where I'd place like medium to bottom tier, and here's the reason why. Paintball Explosion field itself is great.
Yeah.
I think the field itself it's cool.
Oh,
They have like a good layout. I think Paintball Explosion is cool.
prices.
But the thing is like I'm all about it. I will 100% pay for expensive paintball any day of the week. I don't mind paying entry fees and everything, but when I pay over $100 to have the fucking shittiest paint, I don't care. I'll pay $70
Wasn't
a
like
fucking
GI
paint.
3 star.
It was like Empire Hotbox.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was like the low end shit that we
Oh,
get
you're
at
right. It
Lone
was
Wolf
hot.
for
It
like
was some kind of hot.
it was
Dirt.
like
It
dude,
was so bad.
it was shit that we can buy at Lone Wolf for like $40-$50 a case, and they're selling it for like $90 to $100
Oh.
of the worst shit.
Was it just
Plus-
that Illinois state tax though?
No,
Because
yeah.
it's
So,
like a
It might
so
have
they
been,
charged
but-
it, and then they put the tax on top of it.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
it put it to like almost $100.
They were
That's
going.
fucking
They were going like
atrocious. That's like mid 2000s.
I think it was
Dude.
$85-$90 a case.
And then on top of
with
it,
tax, it was like about almost 100.
then you
Holy
get
shit.
charged a field fee, or you get charged your entrance
like
fee and
all
everything.
day air and all
Right,
that. Yeah.
which I don't mind. Again, I'll pay that. I'm all about, like, I will pay for good paint. I will pay $70 to $80 for paint, but it better be fucking flawless. I better not get hot box. Like, I know what
Hotbox
they
is
get that
not
shit for,
inexpensive
dude. They get it
paint.
for
No.
like fucking $5 or
but
$6
it's
a
big
case
game,
wholesale.
and they're explosion paintball. They're Nuketown field.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they can do what they
Yeah.
want.
So, like, yeah, the field itself was cool. I thought the refs at Paintball Explosion were fantastic.
I thought they were good refs too.
And
yeah.
I'm all about paying for that premium, but if I'm paying for a premium, I better get a premium.
Mhm.
I better get the best paint. I better, like, I'm not gonna pay $100,000 for a Toyota fucking
Yeah, but at that
Camry.
point, you gotta think about it like it's an amusement park. Like, at that point,
It
it's
is
a
an
paintball
amusement
field,
park.
but it's also so much more. Like it's
they
when you
get
go to
so
an
many
amusement park,
people because it's got the Nuketown.
Yeah.
Like
but
every
it's,
couple
it's,
months,
you know, $6 water you
Yeah.
get in an amusement park.
every
It's the
couple
same
months,
thing.
I see a Facebook, like one of those like really big meme pages. They post like that video of Nuketown, like
Oh,
real
yeah.
life Nuketown.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
like,
Where it's just
so it
wolf
gets,
running around or
yeah,
something.
yeah. It's like
It's
some
cool.
stupid shit.
It is
It's cool, but
we didn't
I'm
even
not
get to
gonna-
play on it.
no, we
I was
didn't get
upset
to
about
fucking
that.
play on it
That was
because
pissed.
it's in
We
the
went to
back corner
Explosion,
of the
we get
field.
to play. Nuketown wasn't in play.
You can't,
What?
yeah, for
Yeah.
that many people for like Clowns versus Zombies is where we went because it's in
Oh,
the
okay.
back corner of the field. So it was like literally a team spawn point.
Because it's
Oh,
meant
that
to be
sucks.
it's meant to be its own game,
own
kind of like
game.
how we do Uptown.
Yeah, exactly.
And so think of it as like,
but with
when-
Uptown, you can attack it.
yeah, I don't know, it was weird.
Where
It's like
yeah,
because they put Nuketown off in the far corner, like fuck away from everything
that
else.
sucks.
Like,
Why wouldn't that be there? I feel like they should put that up right in the middle.
I mean,
I
you
don't know.
imagine,
I'm
but
sure they had a reason to put it there.
I think it's just how many players. You
Ethan
didn't want
brings up a
everyone
good
there.
point. I bought 50 inflatable bunkers from a local field so my friends and I can play speedball because there isn't anything here in central Wisconsin. I mean, that's cool.
You also live in a cornfield, so
Yeah.
And that's like a good like investment too.
Yeah, I mean, to have like your own fucking setup is definitely
Absolutely.
super cool.
For Nuke King, the final battle, for some reason the year we went,
Oh,
they didn't
dude,
have
it's
the final
fucking
battle at
stupid.
Nuketown.
No, yeah, it wasn't at Nuketown.
Like I remember
We had
them
to play
saying,
in
they
between the two ridges.
Yeah.
We started at the helicopter, and then the other people started at in Nuketown. And remember, like normally, like when you do a normal like big game, you do like you switch sides.
Yeah.
At one point,
Mhm.
we never fucking switch sides. We stay at the same spawn point the whole goddamn game.
I remember
Like,
it wasn't like a fun final battle.
Right, like it was literally like you're just sitting there and like there's like a ridge where you can't get across and there's sort of like the typical like slapstick button thing. And then like I'm sitting there, that was the closest I got to see to Nuketown. I could see the opening to Nuketown through the trees,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, is that
so
it?
pretty.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, I
That
drove.
looks like it'd be fun to play.
I'm
on.
just like, wow, look at that. Why aren't we having a final battle in between those fields? Like, at least let us fucking switch sides. I don't care. I'll walk around on it. Like, I'll just blindly walk in there
Oh, yeah,
if
it's
it's my
cool to
like.
see. It'd be like us having alien invasion, except you're an alien the entire day and you attack the entire day.
Exactly.
That'd be so
and that's
brutal.
what's really cool about Alien Invasion. And like
I fucking love
any
that shit.
like
I love Alien
CPX and like Living Legends, like any big game, you switch sides.
Yeah.
I think another thing, again, talking about like the premium and everything, was when we played at Future Ball. That was a
I
while
was gonna
ago.
bring up Future Ball. I was going.
That was
to
a while
Is that the
ago.
one in Detroit that closed down, or is that something
I
else?
don't think it's open anymore.
It was in Whitmore Lake. I don't know if it's
we
still
went there for.
I
one
saw
of
the
my birthdays,
Facebook post.
and
'Cause I've heard of it. I've never been there.
it wasn't good. I don't want. Do you remember it being good?
No.
I remember us being pissed because it
No,
was my
no, it's
first
still
time
open.
going. It was my first time going to a
a
field.
different paintball
Did you have to
field.
pay $5 per fill?
Yeah, so you had
Holy
to pay.
shit.
Yeah. So every time you wanted to fill,
Per
it
fill.
wasn't like a pay $15 like at Lone Wolf and you get to fill up all
Oh
day.
my god.
It was every time you had to fill up your tank, it was $5.
You had to get like a card, and you
Fuck
like you
that,
get a
dude.
punch card.
Oh yeah,
had
you
to
got
pay
like
per-
I think it was something like that. You paid a certain amount of money, made like $20-$30 for a punch card. You got about 5 to 8 fills, and when you did that many fills, you're not gonna fill
Hold
up
on,
that
I'm
many
looking
in a
up their
day.
prices
No.
to see
But
if it changed.
It was like another $30. It was weird.
So that's when I
remember
bring up
not
my
liking that
Phantom and
much.
just buy a bunch of 12 grams
Yeah.
and say, fuck you to that.
And I
'cause that
wasn't a
sucks.
huge fan of Future in the first. That was like the worst. When I was younger, that was like the worst field I ever been to.
Okay, so they still do the same fucking shit, dude. Okay, so this is the thing. Remember? So we had to pay for 2 sessions if we wanted to play all day. So you have session 1, which is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So you had to pay like $20 entry fee.
You had to pay $40 to
You had to
play the entire
pay
day?
an entry fee
Oh
to
my
And
pay.
we
God.
showed up in the middle, like around 12, so we had to pay for like both
2
sessions.
hours. Yeah, unless you said
Yeah.
you're going to sit there for 2 hours.
Exactly.
That
So you
fucking
had to
sucks.
The thing
pay
that's-
for 2 fucking sessions. So you couldn't play all day on one entry fee.
And the thing that's stupid is that no one really shows up at 10 to 2. So if you go to there, play with a couple people, you're paying for session 1, and then more people are going to show up around 2.
Right. So like, how
And
do you
then
know what people
Yeah,
are going to
Yeah,
show
who the
up for
fuck's
what
going to wake
session?
up at 10 a.m. to be like, I'm
And
going to play till
no one
2?
really goes to the field anyway at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
mean,
people-
yeah,
nobody goes
some
to
people
Lone Wolf
do.
at 10.
What's up,
Everybody
guys?
starts showing up like noon. It gets
Yeah,
popping.
exactly. 11, noon o'clock.
And that was the thing. Like, who the fuck charges 2 entry fees? Like, again, I'm all down for paying that premium.
That would be a shit show to work too, because then you got to round everybody up.
Oh my
And it's like a
100%.
whole
No,
like
they
double
probably did
colored
wrist tags.
Yeah, it's double colored wristbands.
It's
Yeah.
It's,
fucking
you got to
stupid.
everyone's got to
Vladimir
repay
Bond.
and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm seeing some people. Skylar, what's up? He's talking about.
Yeah, I
getting away
haven't
from
talked to him.
paintball.
In even the local fields when we used to go, there was like no walk-ons. You'd have to bring a group. Yeah, so that's another thing that makes a paintball field great. It's having a consistent group of walk-ons that actually go out and play.
Yeah,
And that's
so
where Lone Wolf suffers.
for
That's where I'm
people
gonna
who
put
are
that
just
Yeah,
out.
in
tuning
some
in,
areas.
we're talking about. I think we're now going to talk about what makes a paintball field great.
We've been
And-
talking about that.
Yeah, we've been talking about like our favorite fields. So we're probably gonna accept calls in a little bit. But
See, but Bruce, you shouldn't have to fucking own a scuba tank, bro. You shouldn't have to fill your own fucking tank, dude. When you go to play paintball, if you're paying for a fucking entry fee, you should 100%.
yeah, you should
That
have.
should be covered in the entry.
No, dude,
fee.
I don't even charge some people who just show up to fill up on air. It's
Right,
not
like-
that big of a. If you just need to fill up your tank, I don't give a
Right,
shit.
like
if it's a
Unless
normal
if you
tank,
show up with 20 of them, like that
yeah,
one guy.
No, yeah, there's a difference
Fucking
between like
asshole.
when people come to the field and I'm working and they just have a tank and they need to fill it up. I don't give a shit. But like, you have people show up with scuba tanks and you have people show up with like 6 of them. Then that's a thing. But I shouldn't have to worry about giving you $15 just to fill it once. Right? I get it's a business. but come on.
$70 for 3 stars. See, the thing is, like, what I want to know is, like, I understand, like, you have to make money someplace, so you have to figure out what you're going to charge. Are you going to upsell your paint and have a cheaper entry fee, or are you going to have cheaper paint and have an entry and have like a higher entry fee?
Why not both?
Personally, in fields that do both, I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay for better paint and pay for a little bit higher of an entry fee and get my paint for cheaper, because 1, I'm going to shoot more paint, but 2, I'd rather just shoot better fucking paint. Like,
Absolutely.
you need to have a shit paint, and then you need to have a really good paint. There shouldn't be an in-between paint. I understand paintball fields, depending upon your group, you can't be paying for 3 different styles of paint. A lot of paintball fields can't do that. You do what Lone Wolf does. You have a fucking shit paint, which is your rental paint, which is what you use for your rentals, which is normally hot box. And some people shoot hot box because they like it more and it shoots better out of their guns. Then you have like your marbleizer. And like that, like you should have that option, and you shouldn't be charging players a fuckload unless if there's no entry fee. If there's no entry fee, yeah, I get it. Like, but fucking
Yeah, going back to the hotbox thing though, I shoot hotbox out of this.
that bad boy.
Yeah.
So, all right, Nathan.
Hi.
Good field. What makes a good field?
All right, so we were talking about this earlier, and I said what makes a good field is not only refs and all that good stuff, the experience, but I like a variety of terrain, because Lone Wolf, like the West field that I work at, we have a tournament field that we call Speedball. We got like your typical wood field with a bunch of buildings and shit. Then you got Uptown, which is a smaller wooded area, and then we have like a massive hill with a trench on top. You kind of get to play a little bit of everything besides airball, which hopefully we'll have at some point.
Eventually.
Yeah. But I like that. I mean, if it's
yeah,
all
like
the
good-
same shit,
good
like
terrain.
it's all flat, where's the fun in that?
And that's one of the things that Lone Wolf West is really fucking good
Oh, it's
at.
great.
And you get a
People-
fucking workout.
Oh,
bro.
hell yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You get a workout.
When people
Even if you're walking, dude. When
Oh,
I was
absolutely.
reffing and I was walking, at the end of the day, dude, I would just get in my car and I'd drive home without any shoes on.
Oh yeah, just because you're hot.
Dude, I
AC on blast.
I'd
Take your shoes off.
100%
Sometimes you
AC
gotta
on
take your
blast,
shirt off,
no
too.
shirt, just fucking driving down the highway looking like a ratchet ass hillbilly. Just fucking driving without any shoes on or anything. Like, what's up? Having pro weed owners and being able to smoke.
That's
All right,
chill. That's chill.
That's chill, but like,
The issue with that is that kids come around.
Yeah,
and
that's the
because
thing.
we get a lot of people at the paintball field that like for either a big game or a lot of the bar next to it is you get a lot of people smoking weed, which is fine. But they're like for things like that, you have a lot of families come with
There
kids.
needs to
There's
be
a lot of
time.
people there
Kids
who
around.
don't
So here's-
want it.
Yeah.
Here's my
As long
take
as
on it.
everyone's okay with it, that's awesome. But
100%.
you have some people, and then like it's a business
Well,
standpoint.
not everybody's ever going to be okay with
Well,
it.
and then
That's
some
sad,
states are
but-
different about it than others. Like I've seen several parents like come up and they're just like they're like, yeah, like people are smoking weed, like whatever. It's just like if people are smoking alcohol, like people don't like some
Smoking
people don't look at it differently. They're just like, yeah, like I'd rather have my kids like.
Yeah, but unfortunately, a lot of people.
And then
don't
there's
think
some
that way.
people that don't
Yeah.
think that way.
Yeah.
But
A lot
and
of people say there's a huge will be okay drinking alcohol and smoking cigs, but when it comes to weed, it's the worst thing they've ever heard.
But the
So,
thing is that the thing that I always say is that at the end of the day, paintball is a family sport that's not family friendly.
that is
100%.
very right.
Every
That's a
family
good
member
way of
can
putting
play it, but it's not family friendly. You have to be prepared. Like my nephew is like 10, 11 years old, right? And he wants to play paintball. And I'm all down with like playing with splat masters and everything out there with him.
But
I'm
I
not
want
going to take him to the field.
Oh no,
Never.
Today,
dude.
today,
Never.
yeah, today we're after a group of 7 10-year-olds.
The owner supplies it. Hey, that's badass.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I completely agree that like it depends on who the kid is and like how young he is, but like for a normal day
Big
where I know
Bob
there's gonna be
weighing
a decent
in.
amount of like good like guys there, but like if you bring them to a speedball field with a bunch of speed
God.
ballers or like where they're
Yeah,
hanging
see,
out, dude, it is not friendly. at
Yeah,
all.
see, Skylar, I remember you when you were like fucking 10, 11 years old, I think. Like,
Yeah, when you
At
you
Living
were
Legends,
show up
dude.
at Living Legends and you were like a really young kid with a really high voice, and then I saw you a couple years later and you're taller than me with a deep ass voice. So
no, and that's cool. And that's cool to like see that.
yeah.
And like me personally, like if I had kids, I think there's definitely an age where you just have to be like, okay, look, like this is what it's like. Alcohol is bad. You don't want to drink alcohol yet. You'll drink alcohol when you're older. Just like that one lady that crashed our hotel room. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
yeah, like this chick came into our hotel room and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have my daughter drinking with us because like she's kind of old enough and she's kind of there, but like we still like talk about like some parents are super fucking cool about it and some aren't.
She was a weirdo though.
Yeah, definitely weirdo.
Sugarcoat. That mom was
No, definitely fucking
was
weird.
fucked.
And then she found me on Facebook.
really.
What is
What
Oh
it?
yeah,
is
she did. Yeah.
I don't
Dude,
know,
she
man.
found me on Facebook and I was like, "Yo, what?" I'm like, the daughter was normal and like
Yeah.
but the mom, bro, I mean, that was something. So yeah, if you guys want to talk about this, call into Team Insanity PB on Snapchat. Yeah, we can take in what we want to talk about. Anyone can call in. We got one right now, actually. So, where you at, dude? You fucking call me back, bitch.
Yeah, so we'll get everyone's opinion, then we'll talk about other factors, like the environment, and we already talked about the people and stuff like that. I think the people that go to the field is like one of the
Oh,
biggest-
See,
yeah, that's
This is
biggest
100%.
influences.
Nah, I'm 31 years old. I've been playing X-ball since 2004. I'm a parent, and I smoke weed for pain and use CBD for help. My son thinks weed is as medicine. Exactly.
Oh yeah,
See,
we
like,
completely agree with you.
some
And I'm on the
people-
pro side of that, and I think
Right.
like we all are. But there's just some people that, from a business perspective, like a lot of family don't want their younger kids around that and shit like that.
right. Some people are like against it.
And this
like,
whole new generation is going to be a completely different view on it. We're getting very
Oh, yeah.
weedy now on the podcast,
Dude,
but the whole
fucking-
generation
fucking
was-
mushrooms are becoming
I
legal,
know.
dude.
That's
it's not going to
wild.
be an
So
issue.
weird.
It's going to be completely different for when we have kids. We have to introduce.
Dude,
the
I know. I'm
concept
gonna
of
be
that.
like, hey guys, I used to have to fucking walk 10 miles away from the field to smoke a doobie. Now we can just smoke it on the field. Like they're gonna
I
be
got
like,
a
what are you
joint
talking
holder
I don't
about?
know. I
Yeah,
feel like it's
mask.
gonna be the same thing with the insurance company, where it's like when people are like, "Yo, can we drink?" and they go out and play, and it's like, "Well, I can't see your beer
Yeah, it's like,
because I will be
hey,
liable."
like
Yeah.
bachelor parties, dude. They
Oh,
always
all
ask
the
me when
time,
I'm
dude.
reffing. They're like, I'm just like, yeah, no alcohol allowed, and they're just kind of like, yeah, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
what's up, dude?
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
what's up?
we can't see it.
Right,
Yeah.
like,
No, it's the same thing, and that'd be the same thing with weed. Like,
Because in reality, there's nothing wrong with drinking a few beers and playing paintball. It's not
Yeah,
a big
Emmett,
deal.
call
You're
in,
not
bro.
getting straight up like fucked up, and so, but there's a liability.
yeah,
issue
but if you
for
trip
sure.
and fall and break your arm or
And
something,
you're drinking, and then
yeah,
it's
then
an issue.
that could be our fault.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not. because
no, but
you
see, I
chose to drink.
definitely agree with the guy that's saying like, hey, like you gotta teach your kids, like, but some people don't believe that, and That's what it is. Fireball, dude. Yeah, exactly, Big Bob. You already know I got that Fireball on deck, bro. Look at you can see the fucking bottle, right?
Fireball is like the paintballer's go-to
Right
for drinking while
there,
playing.
bro.
There
There's
you
the
go. That took
Fireball.
way too long.
I got Fireball right there, and then I got Fireball like right there.
Oh wow.
Dude, yeah,
That's
I
a
got
back crack.
I
Holy
got
shit.
two different things of Fireball.
Oh no, Fireball's nasty, but
Yeah. I started at like 10 and I'm 18 now. I haven't played paintball in a while, but a bunch of people stopped me. Yeah, since CPX is over. See, we started at a younger age too.
We started at 11.
Yeah, we definitely
You're like
started at a
15.
younger age for sure.
I think I was 13 or 14 when I started. All I know is like I started, and then I got my job at Lone Wolf the same year. I've been a rep for like 6 years now.
So this guy asked, can't call, I'm at dinner. But what do you think of the Empire EVO electric like shield app thing for $300?
I have no clue what that is.
Neither do I.
The Empire EVO electric.
Is it like the heads-up display thing?
That's what I'm wondering. Electric.
Like what die had?
You know, like let's fucking Google this. What the fuck?
That sounds like.
So while he's googling that, I think like going back to like what makes it feel better, the variation in the like feel. Like I think you were talking about like the terrain in that Metamora. Like it's insane. It's always
Oh, I
different.
love it.
If you want flat, you got like Village. It's a little hilly. In the hill, obviously has a bunch of hills. But I think one of the big things like is there's some fields that are just straight up like cornfields and really flat and shit like that.
Well,
and
even
that's like
like,
it can be fun. But it's like kind of like boring.
That's
Yeah.
straight up speedball.
like,
bro.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I know it's speedball.
Yeah, but
And-
like
but I'm
Old
talking about,
East was kind of
in a
like that.
Yeah, well, it was
Kind
like
of.
that.
They did a good
But
job
as
with
long as
tires
the
and
field
stuff.
has good variation and they have like
Well, even
like the Lennox field, the shit's great
I
with
still
like
haven't
the
been out there.
graveyard and the marina and shit
I
like
gotta
that.
go
That
out there
stuff's really
sometime.
Yeah,
cool.
so Emmett, for the heads-up display, I think the heads-up display is a cool idea, but it's stupid because no one uses it.
we
I
talked
think
about
I
it.
think it's ahead of its time.
We talked about
to
it
be
in a lot of
honest.
detail last episode.
Yeah.
But the EVSs, there's an issue in that like
They won't
I mean,
stay on
cool,
your
you
face.
have it, but there's not a big
But
chance
no one else
if other
uses it.
people, unless you
No.
personally know they do, you're gonna find someone who has it.
Right.
Well, those Millstone guys will probably pick it up because they were using the die.
Once it
the
gets
die
cheaper,
one
it's
for a
too
while.
expensive.
Yeah,
hell
Vladimir, that mom was definitely there to party, dude. She tried to get in on everything, bro. Like we had like a bunch of alcohol in our room, and she was just like,
Oh, is this the okay?
"Oh yeah, back to that living
I was like,
legend
what the
story."
fuck is going on?
Bro, yeah, that mom was like, dude, maybe was she there to get piped? Maybe, but there was no one piping that thing, dude. Even Nick, that has no standards, bro. He wasn't piping that thing, bro.
Ouch!
Bro,
Ouch!
straight up. Nick was even like, no, dude.
That's you're straight calling Nick out.
Bro,
It's not
Nick
good to
fucked
defend himself,
Rose.
dude.
Nick fucked my ex-girlfriend's sister when I was dating her. When she specifically asked,
That's not
"Hey,
that's not low standards though. That's just ballsy.
dude, she was fucking ugly. Look at her.
I'd never met her before.
Dude, she was just, dude, first off, like, I'm not body shaming, but she definitely could have lost at least 80 pounds.
Not
for
body
one.
shaming, but
She was
But,
bad.
but, and, I mean, she
Don't
had,
do
like,
it.
her tits were the point where they were so big that they were, like, it was just fat, and it was, like, down to her, like, belly button, like, type thing. And, like, I mean, yeah, if I was Nick, would I do it? Probably just for
We
a
need to
dominance
get Nick-
thing.
We need to get Nick on the phone.
Yeah,
Where
Nick
is
can't
that?
even
We need to
defend
hear
himself.
Bitch,
We need to hear
fucking
two
skip.
sides
He's
of
like,
the
oh, I
story."
guess sorry guys, I can't show up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Poor Nick.
I'm gonna go
was straight
take my
ragging
cancer
on
ass
him.
home.
Or Jack, bro. Jack has bad standards for girls, bro.
Shit, you're just calling
Dude,
everyone
I know.
out.
Right.
Hey, I can't talk either because sometimes you gotta fuck a 4 to appreciate fucking a 7. Like, really. Yeah, I've definitely fucked a couple 4s. I'm not saying that I haven't, but I didn't say that I enjoyed it either. Like, it just did it because, like, hey, here we are.
Okay, here we are.
Like, yeah, is this gonna happen? All right, I guess you can rape me. Like,
He was raped.
do you think the anti-gun community will affect paintball? It's already happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
absolutely.
happened a long time ago.
It's already happened.
When the whole
but not
YouTube
much.
policy with guns came out, that's when
Is it gonna be
paintball
like
got shafted.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Facebook,
Google-wise, like
Facebook
Google
was
and
huge too.
yeah,
Remember, like,
like-
I used to be able to sell paintball guns on Facebook.
eBay
until,
too.
internet-wise,
So I
yeah.
can still sell on eBay.
As you can.
Yeah, you have to. It has to be a marker. It has
Facebook
gun
is
in
where
it,
it
though.
got really like digged down.
Yeah, dude,
Dude,
those people
Facebook
had
had
to
to-
trade
They
pages.
had to
YouTube-
take the barrel off, or
Oh,
they
yeah,
had
YouTube.
to
Cover the trigger.
cover the trigger,
Yeah.
cover the barrel.
Dude, YouTube,
Stuff like that.
we got shafted on YouTube too. So I mean, it
There
is
was a
what it is.
moment to where, I mean, don't get me wrong, we stopped uploading as much, but we definitely got subscriber count and view, we stopped getting recommended and shit like that. And
Oh.
it was super hard to find.
And
You guys
yeah.
dropped out of my subscription box for a while too. Like,
yeah,
I had to go find
people
you guys.
were unsubscribed from us that never unsubscribed. Like we had
some
like
whack stuff.
hardcore people that like watched our videos all the time that thought that we deleted our channel. Like it's fucking stupid, dude. Just because of paintball, they thought it was a firearm. What was your guys' first guns?
God.
Wow, Bruce started back in 14 in 1998. Bruce, respect, bro. That's fucking awesome. I was born in 95.
99. I mean 98.
Yeah, you
I'm
faggot.
21.
You 99.
What was our first guns? I think you started with a Tippmann, right? I think we all started with. Would you start? You started with the Piranha.
No.
What?
No. No, my first gun was in a Zodin Blitz Evo, Captain America edition.
Who's it, Drew Hubbard?
It looked sick as fuck.
Yeah.
It was
Nick
trash.
and
I
Jeff.
sent it back, and then
Hey
I
Bruce,
got
that's
in-
respect, man. Great shit, dude. I'm glad to see that you've like seen paintball over the years, man. That's awesome that you can weigh in on this.
Yeah, I got an E-Tech 1 with a star frame. That was my first like actual gun.
Really?
It was pretty solid.
My first paintball gun, and ow! You bitch.
It didn't even get you.
You did. I heard it. I felt it right here. My first gun, and I've told it a million times. So is Jake. I'm gonna beat you up. Was a Tippmann A5. And I
But a
I
decked
still
out
have
Tippmann
it.
A5.
I put one.
And I had a
Shroud.
decked out
One?
Tippmann fucking
No,
98
I
I
custom.
put a shroud on it. You put an AK.
I turned mine into
I like
a
it now,
fucking
16.
AK-47, bro.
I still have
Awesome.
mine. Do you still have yours?
No, I gave it away actually. I gave it away to a new kid. I remember that.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
it
got
was
Jake
gay.
here.
I took growing the sport to the next fucking level. No, yeah, remember I gave it to Lone Wolf to raffle off
Oh yeah.
at
you're
the big
right,
game. Yeah, and then
Um,
we run. Then I won another Tippmann 98 custom in that raffle. Like
And you gave it.
Oh,
to
is that
me,
that
right?
custom?
Yeah,
spray
and-
one with
yeah,
the fades ahead?
I've won like 3 98 customs. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Jake
dude? Like,
really
get rid of
out
it.
here for the kids.
Yeah, like I'll fucking. I
But
don't
then we
care,
moved
dude.
up
Like,
to. I had a mini.
my
And he
first.
had a
Yeah,
G4.
our first is that we had the
If
mini
you want
and
a
the
throwback
G4.
and you want to watch a really shitty.
Go back on this
look
channel.
up Google Team Insanity mini versus G4 review. You'll find a review that we did in like 2013,
Wow.
and it's bad.
All right, so
Was it
we're
Dangerous Power
catching
Keeper?
up on the comments right now. You guys just like started pouring them in. Will you guys do like setup reviews like Lone Wolf where you submit an entry and you go over it and rate it? The rate my setup. All right, we're just gonna leave that with Lone Wolf straight up, like because I don't like.
Won't do where they actually get the gun.
Yeah,
fast.
they have-
It's hard for us to do that because we don't. we're
No,
not-
they have a Facebook page
Yeah,
that
they
you can
submit it.
join and you can submit like a picture of.
Oh,
your,
that okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
When we used to do the Ask Us Anything, so like this is sort of what
Oh,
the
dude,
Ask Us Anything is.
Throwback.
Dude, yeah, throwback. Before like live streaming on YouTube was
We
cool.
could ask you anything.
Yeah, you could ask us anything. Sorry.
Didn't you guys do it on like Twitter or something like that?
No, it was
No,
on
we did it on
YouTube. What we
YouTube.
did is like we would originally we set up a video to have people drop questions, and then later that week we review the
Oh, okay.
question.
Yeah,
and
so
we'd
every
answer
week.
every question. We answered like maybe 100 questions.
Okay.
But and
And
yeah, we
then
would make like
People would come on that
30.
video and we'd ask.
Dude, we'd make
answer.
30 to 45-minute long videos of just us asking, like
It was
answering
us sitting
people's
around
questions.
like this, less relaxed. It was more about just like this person asked this and this, and it was all it was. It was like
Okay.
100 like.
If you guys want to
Rate my
call in,
setup.
you
This,
guys
this,
can
this,
call in
this.
at any time. By the way,
Yeah, feel free to call in. But that was what we did before, and this is basically an ask us anything too. A lot
But live.
better in my opinion.
it is a lot better because we can talk to people live and ask the questions.
Because ask us
Answer the
anything
questions
was
live.
supposed to be it would ideally be live. This is what it was supposed to be.
This is essentially what it was. And
Live
like we'd
stream
say
or
like, "Hi guys," but we
interesting.
didn't have a topic. Like people,
Yeah, it was
but
just
at the
answering
same
questions.
time, like people would ask us the same fucking questions every goddamn
That's when it
day.
got old. It was
Yeah.
like rate my setup, rate my setup,
Rate my
What do you
gear,
think
rate
about
my
this
gear. What do you
gun?
think about this? And we're just like,
It was
yeah.
like, what do you think about the axe?
What do you think about my Zodin Blitz? Like,
Yeah,
and
that's
I have like a shake and shoot hopper and a CO2 tank. Yeah, dude, your fucking setup is a 2 out of 10, bro. Like, it's shit. And then they'd be
Straight
all
off
like,
Amazon.
Hey, it's Team Insanity PB.
yeah, Team Insanity
All
PB.
lower caps.
The Legend PB. Oh, I know who that is. Nick founded Team Insanity. You guys would never be, never grown without the supreme leader, Nick. What do you? Oh shit, man, you guys are fucking pouring them in.
You guys are just happy
Lindsay
that you didn't
Paintball.
die from his cancer.
What do you think about minimum engagement rules? There's mostly noobs in my field and guys that take way too long because noobs don't pop out.
Minimum engagement. Is
That's
there
like
like
surrender. surrender option.
Yeah,
okay.
like so, like there's fields that I think paintball is fucking soft, dude. I'm all about
Alright,
like
can I say what we do at Lone Wolf because it makes it simple.
like the surrender thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when I orientate a group, if I feel like they're gonna be aggressive, I'll be like, hey, we have this thing called a surrender option, and it's an option to surrender someone. You don't have to. I just say if you're
Just
not
don't
gonna
be a
surrender them,
dick.
just don't
Yeah.
shoot them in the back of the head.
That's
Shoot 'em in
why
the
I
ass
tell
or
them not to
something.
do this. Like,
Yeah,
to
there's no
someone.
Yeah.
reason to shoot somebody in the back of the head.
But
It
paintball's
hurts,
fucking soft.
and
At the end of the day, like the
It's
thing
fun when it
is
gets
that
violent.
Oh, it's great when it gets violent. Dude,
The-
I had a preacher
remember
almost
when-
fucking kill one of his
dude, when
kids.
people
Oh my
get into
God.
fights
Do
and
you
like
remember when me and you, we were up by the sniper tower and me and you were fighting like 10 feet away, and we both just ran up on each other at the same
we
time.
shot the
And
fucking
Jake and
piss
I,
out of each
this was
other.
like we were 13. No, we were like 14, 50. We were from this distance away. We were uncapped, just unloading, going up and down each other's bodies. I think we shot each other 50, 60 times
Dude,
each.
and then Mills and I did that too that one time.
It's
Mills,
fun when you do that. When you get super competitive, it gets a little violent.
and
the
we're sitting
pain-
there cussing
it's
each other
fun.
like "fuck you, man," and you're yeah, "fuck you, man." Like,
That's why it's fun.
and it was
when you're-
great, dude.
It's fun to do that when you're with people you know can handle it.
Oh, 100%.
Now you want to do that with
Dude.
random walkout.
50 cal Friday with the little.
I
oh
wanna
my
do
God,
a
it's gonna be
50
so
cal
much
Friday
fun.
for
Oh my
us.
God, dude, 100%.
Oh, we're thinking like doing like a Splatmaster game for all of us to fuck around, like maybe
Yeah,
like the
I'm
week
down.
before.
Oh my God,
Red,
dude,
white,
it's
blue
gonna be
is
so
fun.
much fun.
I'm down. You can't even sell markers on Facebook because of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When there was
That was a while
PPL,
ago.
there was filming themselves, shooting paintball markers. Yeah, let's see. To make paintball Facebook app. Yep, some needs to do something about that. I forgot what you were talking about. How about this? You guys think that paintball guns will actually have to be stored in actual gun safes in Australia? Yeah, that's because like Australia's something different.
They're
dude.
fucking nuts.
Australia is something.
Listen,
It's
fucking-
like
I've never
most of the
been there.
cops. Actually, that's
I've
not
heard
right.
it's
So,
pretty
dude,
cool.
Bruce, who is 35, started in 1998, said that he started with Italian, then a Spider Elite.
Wow,
Yeah, that's fucking something,
That's a
Bruce.
whole-
That's
Those are
awesome.
retro.
you were aged.
I started with a PGP share.
Also, you guys can put in the comments, like you guys can stay on topic. Like if you guys like say, like you guys can talk about what you think makes a paintball field great and what makes bad
Yeah,
paintball
feel free to
fields.
keep. And if you
So
want
shout
to
out
talk
your
about
fucking
that or any
paintball
of this,
fields, right?
Also, Titman 100%. Titman or Empire.
Yeah.
Titman.
Oh, yeah. Shout out your home fields.
Mhm.
Talk about like great experience. If you guys don't want to call in, I mean, I expect. I mean,
if you
some
put it
people
in
are
the
afraid.
chat, we'll talk about it too.
100%.
So if you don't have to actually. call
Oh,
us to
dude,
talk
nice
about it.
knife, none of your business. Yeah, dude, I always have to have something to fidget with, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know.
and if you like watch the reviews, like I've always got to like touch something. Like I always have like the marker in my hand.
So I brought
or, like-
this. No pump.
Yeah, dude,
I'm
I always
playing-
got to
I
like.
do- it's so
fidget
much
with
fun. I
something.
love that gun.
Greetings from Poland. Oh, bro, Poland up in the house. That's awesome.
That's cool.
I don't think we've had anyone from Poland before.
Who did we have? Did we have that? We had an Australian once that did.
Yeah, that
call
was
in.
the last time I was on here.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Australian
Yeah.
that
And they
called
said
in.
paintball was very restricted.
Last time
there.
that he was here, he fucking puked.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Hey,
I
can you
died.
give me a beer?
I died a lot.
I don't care. Just PBR would be fine.
Gross.
Um,
I mean,
you
I-
guys bought the markers that Titman Effect tried to push as high end. My left hand's ring finger was shattered and deformed. How the world of Cup 2005 Ultimate versus Titman Effect. 1 minute
I
left.
don't know. You can see. I got shot in the finger
Dude,
today. That
Titman
was fun.
Effect,
Yo,
man. And back when
He
Titman was.
dislocated his finger today.
Oh
and
yeah,
got shot.
dude, it was wild. I dislocated my middle finger when I got shot. So I got shot right in my index finger, and I guess part of the shell went that way, and I had to like pop it back into place.
Paintball
Yeah,
has
it
been
didn't
great
hurt, it just
starting
felt
playing
really
in
weird.
Surprised
2000.
by
It was
that.
cool.
I've never had that happen before.
It was a weird feeling. Like I felt like my entire knuckle shift. I've never had that.
Yeah, dude, when you dislocate a joint or you dislocate something, it's fucking weird because it doesn't hurt because you don't break it, but it's just like
Dude, I
it
don't
feels
know.
like a finger jam.
Oliver was in a lot of pain when he dislocated his shoulder.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, that-
the shoulder's different. Yeah, but like I'm
Yeah,
talking like
so
a simple like finger or something. You're just
Mhm.
kind of like, wow, yeah, but break an arm,
Yeah.
dude, versus
oh,
dislocating.
dude, that's what we should have done is injuries in paintball. Like, what's your worst paintball
We
injury?
can-
I never got
definitely-
injured.
We
Dude,
can definitely talk about
Dude,
that.
the one I had.
But it'd be a very boring topic because not many
Yeah.
people get injured.
So,
Dude,
go ahead.
were you there for Oliver?
No.
All right, so we
When
had
did this happen?
This was last fall or summer. So we
He's
have
a
this,
MagFed player, by
He's
the
a
way.
MagFed player. He's super nice. He is this like older German.
Australian.
Australian. If you,
Austrian.
yeah, if you
Austrian.
call him
German,
German, he
No, I know.
dude, he
He
gets
doesn't like
Well, it's
fucking
because he
pissed.
plays with the Germans. That's
Thanks,
why.
babe.
So anyways,
No,
he is,
apparently they're all Austrian.
See, that's why you gotta
he
keep
plays
it
with the
rolling.
Austrians.
Because I remember like calling them German guys, and they don't like it.
And they're like, what?
Yeah.
German guys? I'm like, you guys are fucking speaking German.
Yeah.
Like, they're
It's-
like,
yeah.
well, yeah, but we're Austrian. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck
So
you.
anyways, they're super nice. Like super
Yeah,
nice
they're
guys.
nice.
They're really old. He has like a full head of white hair.
Marcus is really. I like
Yeah.
Marcus. Are you thinking about
All of
Marcus
them.
or Oliver?
Marcus. It was
Oliver,
Marcus.
Marcus and Oliver. Yeah, I was
Oliver
gonna
hasn't
say,
come out in a long time.
Oliver hasn't been,
Yeah.
we
so-
gotta hit up Oliver for the first strike challenge.
Yeah, he'd be
Oh
down.
yeah. Marcus was he was running across the field and he tripped and fell right in front of me. And when he fell, his barrel went into the mud and he had a stock on and it
Ottawa.
popped his shoulder out
Oh my
like to the
God.
side.
He
Or no, he
back
popped it
in.
back. No, he had to go to the hospital. One of the other refs, Seth, drove him to the hospital.
Last week,
That's crazy.
my mom broke her foot.
That's fun.
And
Really?
So she's been wearing a boot. And so 2 days ago, she was walking downstairs, just because we're talking about
Broke it again?
injuries, and she tripped on her boot, fell down the deck stairs, and broke her other foot.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
What?
And so I felt really, I feel
Oh.
bad because both her feet
Is-
are broken.
is your mom
but
at
it was
two
ironic.
boots right
She
now?
got 2 boots on. And she's got 2 boots on. That was kind of, she found it funny too. But
She
yeah,
broke
she's
her
wearing
other
2
foot.
boots.
What
And she
do you-
broke her other foot because of her broken
So
foot.
this is a
Wow.
good question. What do you think about the new Shocker CVO? All right. I think this is going to be a great topic. I want to talk about, I know I kind of have the next 3 ideas for the next paintball live stream. Once we have it like all set up.
What's your
So once we have it all set up, like how it's supposed to be, and we're going to have like a more professional setup because we're just waiting for Nick to get us the parts that he doesn't have. Is paintball too soft? I have a guest that I want to bring on. I want to have like an older guest for that.
Who's that?
His,
Secret or?
no, his name is Dan. I'm gonna ask him real quick. I don't know if he would actually be willing to come on or not. Because he's a busy man. So I want to ask him because he talks. There's a few older guys I want to talk about, and I think that'd be great to talk to Tony about too.
Oh yeah, you're good.
But
Well, the answer is yes. Paintball's gone soft.
but
because
just in
50 cal.
general, like how is paintball changed? Like the evolution of paintball, and like how is paintball like? What's the difference between like paintball now? Like, is it soft? Like, because a lot of older guys say it's soft, and like so on and so forth. But I feel like paintball is making like a complete 180, where like people like now that a lot of teams like that were shooting 10 balls a second. Everyone's
Slow.
shooting mech, dude. Everyone
nuts.
loves mech.
Dude,
Everyone
I really
lo-
hope
it's-
it goes back to mech.
Everyone's
Oh,
going back to mech.
love
Everyone
mech.
loves mech. And I mean, mech is great, but everyone got away from mech so you could shoot 15 balls a second.
Yeah.
And then like that completely went around. So the Shocker CVO I think is great. So I want to talk about is paintball getting soft in like the formation of paintball, and like
How
the
it's
other
changed?
thing, the other thing I want to talk about is paintball going to change to mech, like go back to
Oh, I
mech.
hope so. If you guys have never played with an autococker, there's
It's
this
great.
big back block, and like so this is a
Not all of
pump, but like every time this giant back block, oh, it's so cool.
It's fucking great just to have that thing bounce off your
Yeah.
face.
Oh, it's nuts.
Oh, dude, Shane brought pizza.
You got giant ridiculous.
And then the other thing
vortex
that I
board.
wanted, what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, we could talk about paintball injuries. There was one other topic I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember. What do you think? So yeah, the CVO I think it's a shocker that's mechanical. It's fucking solid.
Oh, that's what it is. I'll have
Yeah,
to look that up.
it's a mechanical shocker. It's fucking cool. Right River Paintball in Indiana has super nice refs. They're literally ordering pizza for people. That's awesome.
That's nice.
That's awesome.
All right, so I feel like we talked about what made it feel good. Should we talk about what made it feel bad with that? So I feel like we haven't really talked about that.
Wet turf.
Wet turf. Okay, I mean that's fair.
Wet turf, just bad field conditions, like fields that don't care.
I'm gonna go-
Yeah, what?
Were you gonna snag a piece of pizza? That a boy, Nathan.
here.
Shh.
I can't beat your ass. I can
Oh,
probably
yeah.
do it.
Best way to get people to play from school.
You
It's
play.
kind of hard. You just gotta be like, hey, dude, we're playing paint. Like this is how I get people to play. I'm like, yo, less like how I got Katie and Shane to play the few times. They're just like, yeah, I'll play. And I'm like, okay, then play. And they're like, yeah, but I don't have any gear. And I'm like, I fucking got so much gear. I can supply like 10 people with gear.
Yeah, that's what I told my roommates next year up at state.
I think a big thing
None
that
of them play paintball.
I tell people is just that it's relaxed. Let's just go. Let's like have a few drinks. Let's have a good time.
What I would say
And
is
like hang out and play.
Exactly.
Let's just go like
let's just go fuck around.
Yeah, let's go hang out.
And if they're afraid, don't like you use the rental gear and give them your shit.
Yeah,
I've
that's
definitely done that before. I don't give a fuck. I'll shoot a fucking Tippmann 98.
It's
like,
fun
I don't
to
give
go
a
back with Reynolds.
100%.
It's very fun to play with like a 98 after you've been playing with like
it's a ton of
Luxes
fun.
and like all this like nice shit. Go back to what you started with, and it's very fun.
Right.
I want to play with my Tippmann again.
Yeah, I do use my die tool when I fidget.
That's why I like my pump. It changes the game.
O'Hare
It's a-
paintball. There's a
it's
few
ton of
people
fun.
that like O'Hare, and I've heard a lot of really good things about O'Hare. Home field and everyone there is amazing, and my friends help me with rentals and stuff and help me ref. Yeah, O'Hare is great. I hear a lot of Drew Charles plays at O'Hare. So yeah, and I hear a lot of great things. I got shot with marbles last year at D-Day.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I've never really heard of that happening before.
I've heard of it.
Like
but
I've heard of it, but I
You
never
probably
actually
got shot
seen
with
or heard
Monster.
first witness of someone getting shot with marbles.
it was on the news.
that is
right?
a count for an
was
ass
on-
beating right there.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you get caught with marbles, you're gonna have a bad time.
In 03, my first time playing speedball, most of the younger kids with high ends were very rude to us beginners with cheap equipment. Yeah, and that's the thing.
People are
Like,
dicks.
People
yeah,
are
there's
dicks.
people are dicks, and they feel like, and I definitely think because it's a male-driven sport.
People get
Shut the fuck up.
It's not only like male driven, but it's very testosterone.
It's very
like,
yeah. So
There's a
male.
it's
reason
like-
why
it's-
sandanas are so expensive.
You have dudes.
People like to flaunt their shit.
You have dudes who
Right.
are ready to
You know
flaunt
what I mean?
and ready to like straight up shoot
Look,
each
yeah.
other, and that's
Yo,
like the
dude.
mix for
Like-
like testosterone rising.
Yo,
up
man,
and
I
getting
got
beef with
this
each
fucking
other.
gun. I'm gonna shoot the piss out. Like
dude.
they,
Yeah.
they feel like they have
And,
something to fucking
and people
prove.
were like,
Yeah.
will get pissed. Like it's very easy for you to just get overshot a couple times and you get pissed and get in someone's face. I've seen it happen 100 times.
Some
So-
guy at my field got shot in the nuts and rolled all the way down Tall Hill and then stopped the scenario game for like 10 minutes because he thought he broke his leg.
That's sick.
That's unfortunate. All you have to do is literally look at him and be like, nah, bro, you didn't break your leg. Some dude ran Jacob down last weekend when we were playing paintball and I shot him right in his fucking
Ooh,
dick a
yeah.
few times too.
I didn't see him coming, or I knew he was coming at one point, but I didn't know he was coming. I see him out of the corner of my eye, and then all of a sudden I see him go from straight running, just crumble.
Dude,
He
I
just
was sitting there.
he went
My
down.
job was to look on the snake side, and I literally just saw because Jacob was like in the D2, like either D2 or D1, and I all of a sudden just see like this shadow go across. I'm like, Jacob's about to get fucked up. So I literally switched like this, and I shot the lane, almost shot Jacob in the back, and I was just shooting the edge of his bunker. And I just literally, I shot like a little bit lower on the bunker, and this dude came running straight up and just his penis ate it, dude. His penis just straight fucking ate
Yeah,
the
he was on the
paintballs.
ground for a couple minutes. I felt really bad.
I did that to my friend.
I
the
didn't.
first time
Well,
we
and I
played.
kept shooting too
Oh.
because he came around the bunker and he shot you,
Yeah,
and he
ended up
didn't
shooting me.
stop. And then like he like kind of and like because he kept moving,
If his
that's when he
gun's not up,
fall
just
and
keep
started
fucking moving.
rolling. And so like I sat there and I was like ba 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 ba, like over like not really overshooting him, but he was still moving until he was on the ground. I was like, oh fuck. And that's when I switched. I'm like, yeah, that guy probably. I'm like, whatever. That guy's just being a fucking dill hole. Like whatever. Yeah. Do you guys think mechanical paintball is going to replace electronic again one day? Yeah, we kind of touched on that.
I think it.
don't think it'll
Paintball
replace
moves
it.
in waves.
Yeah.
You've gone from
Let's talk.
mechanical
I'm gonna
to
try to keep up with the comments now.
speedball, and it's going to go back and forth.
Mm.
Vintage paintball.
It switches.
Yeah, I understand. I really like the mechanical thing. just
I mean,
because
I
it's
like a
super
little bit of
cool.
both,
But I
you
think
can definitely tell
Electric
that.
definitely has its place until we can come up with like if you can ramp with a mechanical gun, that'd be
Yeah.
insane. Well, you probably can, but like
All right,
like
hold
change
on.
ball speeds
We're
and
gonna
shit.
get Dylan here.
With the guy.
What's up, Dylan? Oh
Okay,
shit!
yeah,
Hold
shut
on.
up.
There we go. Now what's up, dude?
Okay. Hey, what's up? It's Legend from Mutiny Paintball. What's going on?
Oh yeah, that's right, dude. You still working at Top Golf, bro?
Hell yeah, dude. Going out and getting wasted this weekend?
Fuck yeah, bro. Hey, can you get us a free bay, or you want to come with us, like play some Top Golf,
Nah,
bro?
security's not that cool, man.
Ah,
We're
shit.
kind
Because
of Venice there right now.
damn,
Is there
because
one in Michigan?
yeah,
There's
bro,
one
there's
at,
one in Auburn
Red
Hills.
Lakes.
That's
Oh,
where he
shit,
works.
They opened it, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't golf. Fuck you.
yeah, bro. What's going on, man? So what's
I've
your
never
home
done
field?
seen
Where do you
No,
play
it
these
is.
days?
Crew Paintball. I actually was out there last weekend.
Okay.
The new Mount Morris location.
Yep. I get to talk to Chris a lot. It's just kind of out of my way, and I haven't really.
It takes so long.
It's in
so
Mount
far.
Morris now, but same shit.
Saying that.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, same shit. But I mean, yeah, that's why I just play at Lone Wolf. It's just easier for me to fucking get to. But yeah, dude. So what do you
makes
think
sense.
makes a good paintball field like great, and what do you think makes like a bad paintball field?
A good field, definitely like a variety of stuff, like Splat Masters, 50 cals, just stuff that's exclusive to like all audiences and stuff. Just
That's a
Yeah,
good
for
point.
sure.
We didn't- we didn't
simply
brought
go
that
there
up.
and rent.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. That's
That's a
good
real
that
good
you
point.
brought that up.
What?
Like Splat Masters and 50 cal and stuff.
Jake,
Oh, yeah.
serious
Available.
question: how much cocaine will I get if I order an HK Lux? Probably a lot if it comes from Mr. H. But anyways, yeah, keep going. So have you played at like
I
bad
guess a bad
paintball
example I have
fields?
to give.
Say what?
A lack of maintenance on a field.
Yeah, that's a big thing,
That's very
especially
true.
like dangerous field conditions, like lots of fucking angle breaking holes.
Oh,
That
if
kinda
there's
stuff.
just a little hole, I forget where
Dude,
we
there's
were
been
at.
times where
but
I'm
somebody
walking around
was
on like
supposed
scenario
to
fields and
break
like, oh
this
shit, that's barbed wire. I gotta better stay away from that.
Yep.
Ooh,
The
that's
other
fun.
thing-
barbed wire on the field.
The
That's
other
probably
thing
just
that
there. It's
yeah,
part of the
it's
field.
just there. Like some places are just cow farms. The other thing that I'll look at that DJ taught me from like the very beginning is that when we're maintenancing field, do you got
You
a
have a
bird?
No, that's my dog. It's got
Oh,
a sweet
oh.
voice.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh, fuck.
I'm like, that's 100%.
One of the other things that DJ taught me was look at the top of the trees. Like, see if like trees have fallen and like they've just cut down trees to a certain limit where like other parts of the trees are just dangling.
Mm.
Because depending upon when you're playing,
Yeah.
like trees will just fall.
Mhm.
Like because like if you just have like a bunch of dead trees or like trees leaning over each other, you have these dead trees and like these sticks that are just like literally waiting to fall. Like you have to remove those fucking trees. Like when you go to a good woods ball field, there's healthy fucking trees. Yeah, some trees are down and they get turned into bunkers and shit. But like when you
Yeah.
literally see trees over top of you that are dead leaning,
Yeah.
being held up
That's
by
so
like
actual
small
poor
branches,
Poor maintenance.
it's just
Oh,
it's a fucking accident waiting to happen. Like you just hope that it happens when the paintball field's not actually live.
You just hope it happens when there's a 10-year-old underneath it. I mean,
Right.
close.
Right. What else you got, dude?
Lawsuit.
Trying to think. Sorry.
Oh,
There you.
I mean that's all right. I mean you can talk about anything. Like you just kind of answered the topic. So I mean,
Yeah. How was your day?
yeah.
You know, what's it like
Oh,
working
it's
at
been
Top
pretty
Golf?
good.
What's it like working for Top Golf?
It's really easy for security. Just kind of easy money.
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
know
You don't
management
wanna-
kind of wants to
Auburn
tell
Hills?
hands off when they have any situations. The only drunk guy is not wanting to leave.
Dude, that's me.
So
That's
Yeah,
probably
I was
not
gonna say, how
hands off.
often do you have to kick people out?
It honestly depends on management, really. Sometimes management won't even notice him. We'll have a guy just sitting there drunk, their bay for like 3 hours past like their due date, the time.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, but the Bay stopped giving up golf balls. So like, how do you
He's
like?
probably just chilling.
Like, did they? Yeah, did
They're
they
just chilling there.
Do you get like a certain amount of golf balls, or is it unlimited in that bay?
No, so you get an amount of time.
And you would just have unlimited
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah, so you
That's
literally
sick.
have unlimited balls. So you can like, so if you want to like only shoot a few rounds, like you can only shoot a few rounds. But if you like, so like when the rounds are
Okay,
ending,
yeah.
what my manager what he showed me was because he goes to Top Golf all the time. Like so, there's like a little sensor, and you wave your club above it, and then a ball dispenses. So like when you're in your
Yeah.
last few minutes, you just sit there and just keep waving above the sensor, and the balls just keep
Oh.
dispensing. Your time ends, and you just fucking sit there, and you've got
do
like
you get
20
a lot
balls
of
saved
people
up.
doing that?
Probably.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
gotta go sometime now.
I want to go.
I've
seen
it.
I wanted to
We'll
go
go.
this weekend, but it was already reserved since like Father's Day weekend.
yeah, I actually
Wait,
almost got
Father's Day.
kicked out of Top Golf
Yeah,
the
hey,
one time
Father's
you were
Day
there.
is this Sunday.
Oh.
So people,
When's Father's Day? Next
I'm
weekend?
pretty
I
sure
thought it
it's
was like the
this.
7th.
Oh, I'll be there at Bonnaroo.
I was about to say, I'm like, it's not.
Uh-oh. You still there, Dylan?
You sure it's not this?
Yeah, I'm still
upcoming
there.
Sunday?
Sorry.
All right. No,
I
I was
took my
going to say.
dog outside.
You sure?
Oh, you're good, bro. So what other paintball stuff do you want to talk about?
Oh shit, it is.
told you.
Well, I know you mentioned your setup earlier in my first.
You
Yeah,
cut out. What is it? Probably still outside with the doggos. What was your first setup?
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
It was a old school Titman FT12.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good shit. I think Titman is like where everyone comes in with like their
Yeah, I wish-
original
I
first
love
markers.
Tippman's fun.
It was kind of funny. Like the guy actually talked me out getting a Empire TM7.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you can get this with CO2, or you have to buy like special air for this gun. So I don't know if you want to get. I'm like, what the hell special air? It's like my first time picking up a marker.
Fair enough.
He's just talking about compressed air. I'm like,
One of these comments that I want to talk about before you keep going. This guy asked, "I'm a younger player, and I was wondering, are autocockers better than Emacs and enemies?"
That depends.
That's the thing. Autocockers.
if you're talking like shot quality, probably yeah. But
Yes.
Yes, and in terms of customability,
Maintenance wise, that's the thing, is that you have to
You
the
have to
thing
know
is
what's
like a
going
lot
on.
of old school guys, like even me, I've played paintball for like I've played paintball for like 11 to almost 12 years now. And if someone were to hand me an autococker and be like, fix it, I'd be like,
Hey DJ, what's up?
Like I'd be like, yo, dude, like I only know, like I know very, very little. Like I can sort of half tune an autococker. Like if it's out of
yeah,
tune,
same here.
I can sort of get you running, but like I'm not gonna get it fucking crispy for you. Like
No.
if you have issues, like I can replace like the line on the pneumatics. That's simple, easy shit. But the thing is that some autocockers can get very, very intense at like at some levels.
Oh, absolutely. And then
it depends.
Emacs and those guns are just fun.
It's a great skill to know.
Yeah.
I think it's a great skill to know.
Man, I want to know more.
Just send it to Caesar. Oh, okay, Lone Wolf is here. Yeah, so that's
Send
exactly.
Caesar, yeah.
I was gonna say that's literally what I did. The one time that my gun went down, my Empire Resurrection, I had it tuned to what I could understand. I was just kind of like, okay, I have a few things tuned, and it's still not shooting right. I'm like, I don't know what to do next. Like, I'm used to like, oh, it's not shooting right. Just fucking replace the battery, dude. Up your dwell. Like, there's a few things. Like, when it's mechanical, I'm just kind of like, ah. So I took it to Caesar, and Caesar was just like, he like sat there and like shot it a few times, and he's like, yeah, dude. Took it apart, like did a few fucking things, and like put it back together, and I was back on the field. Like,
I really want a DJ to show me a couple things.
yeah, like
I'm gonna get
autocockers are fun.
I think I'm gonna get a front end for this, like a nice 3-way setup, build it into it.
Lone Wolf always crashes. We need to do another live stream with Lone Wolf
Yeah,
one day,
they're
because
always
like
there.
everyone always wants to fucking see it. It's probably Mark in the house.
And I think Mark gets a notification when we do it.
That's
He's
all
probably
right.
chilling.
Hey, if you guys want, give Mark a shout out if you want to see Mark as a live guest. Maybe we can get Mark on the show and he can talk about paintball behind the camera, because he's been here for a very, very long time at paintball
100%.
and hasn't really played, but he's been within the industry.
Yeah, so he would have a very interesting point of view.
So if you guys want to see Mark on the live stream, let us know, because Mark is always up until like 5 a.m. So Mark could definitely fucking come crash this thing. All right, Dylan, what else you got to talk about, my guy?
Go back talking about Topgolf.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm down for whatever, dude. If not, I got one other dude I was gonna call after you. So whatever you want to do, dude.
Okay, yeah. If he wants to get airtime, that's fine.
That's fair.
All right, bro. I will hit you up one day that we're going. Maybe we'll get you in our bay one day and we'll just shoot some fucking shit, dude.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, I know.
Alright.
My next event I'm going to is Monster Game.
All right,
My
Hells.
first birthday.
Are you gonna go to the red, white, and blue game?
I'm thinking about that.
You should.
Should,
You
I don't know
should.
if our guys are going out of state, but
Are you
think
guys
about
going
it.
to Ion?
yeah.
See, I keep telling Joe and Tony to stop fucking, mostly Joe. I'm like, dude, stop. They got to fucking, like, schedule that a different fucking week, dude, because there's a lot of people that go to Ion. And I want to go to Ion, but I don't want to miss red, white, and blue at the same time. So
I love red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
It's one
right.
of my
It's just
favorites.
so fun.
It's
All right, man.
It's classic.
I'll talk to you soon, my guy.
See you, man.
Yeah, see you, dude.
Adios.
All right, Jacob, get up in those comments, my dude.
Looking at him. Stop. Talking about Mark.
All right, hold on, Emmett.
We
But
should
yeah,
have Mark.
so I said we need to get
Wanna
Mark
see
on.
I want to see Mark's
I'm a
dark
younger
side.
player, and I was wondering, do you think HK is going to bring back the Angel Eyes? Mr. H is no, dude.
Angel
So
Eyes are dead.
they're never going to pass standards. They're never going to pass testing. At the end of the day, Mark from HK Army is posting about him because him and John Dresser are posting about him. I don't even think they're owned by him. I think they're John Dresser's Angel Eyes. There's a very few limited people that actually have them.
They're sick as fuck. They look so cool.
They
I
look
think
cool,
They look weird.
but
They
they're
do look weird.
They do look
It
weird.
looks like they're so, like
I don't think I'd ever get up
the
there.
whole
but I'd
like the
to try 'em
lens,
on.
how the lens like points out in these
Oh, it's
directions.
crazy.
It looks like a weird super.
Yeah, they point out weird. They fog weird. They're terrible masks because we got to wear them at Living Legends. Remember that?
Yeah.
I got to wear them at Living Legends. They're
Living
fucking
Legends, like, 9
uncomfortable.
They're a
Yeah,
nightmare.
They're
It looks
fucking
like-
terrible.
there's-
All right,
the
Shane,
lens
what's
doesn't
going
even
on, dude?
seal. That's what was crazy to me.
I
That's why I'm
just
past.
fixed
Exactly.
my Phantom.
You just fixed your Phantom, dude. Phantoms
Love
are
Phantoms.
badass.
Oh.
I want to get another Phantom. I
Dude,
regret
I-
selling
Your
mine.
Phantom's really
Yeah,
cool.
I have
You
a red
had
and
really
black
cool
one. Oh,
Yeah.
I fucking love that thing.
So, dude, what was wrong with your Phantom?
I couldn't get the velocity above 260.
Got to
so
change that
that's
spring
where
kit,
it
man.
was crazy.
You gotta
Yeah.
shoot CO2, dude. You just straight
Yeah,
up
CO2 is
gotta
Oh
shoot
yeah,
CO2.
that was the thing
Yeah.
about them.
That's one of the things
and
that's
you had good
shitty
luck
about
getting your hands
Phantoms.
on CO2.
I can-
That's the
Right.
thing now is finding a field that has CO2. Like, hey man,
you
can
should
you
have had
fill
to
my
go to like a
12
scuba
ounce?
shop.
Oh yeah, or that, or you have to use the fucking 12
Oh my
gram.
god, dude!
Dude, my
remember,
Phantom
remember
was
working in the
Actually,
box?
I play stock class.
Oh,
Oh,
so
okay.
stock class. Okay, fair enough. So you were shooting CO2.
You remember having to fill up CO2
Right.
all the time? How you have to
Dude,
shake it?
you have to sit
dump
there
it,
and shake
load
it.
it.
You have
It
to
gets
fucking
really cold. Your hand gets freezing.
Dude, I know. Yep, dude, filling CO2 in the winter, bro. My hands would turn fucking
Oh my
purple,
God.
bro.
You'd have to
You have
fill
to
it,
wear
dump
gloves.
it, twist it, fill it, dump it, fill it, dump it all the
Pop
way. It gets frosted, and then you're like, oh my god,
Dude.
you're never sure if it's gonna blow up right on you.
And then half the people's tanks, some people's tanks are like when you put them on the scale, like they already
Yeah, we had to
weigh.
weigh 'em.
Dude, yeah, you have to fucking weigh them, and some of them weigh differently. So like we had that like
Right.
that fake little
Yeah,
chart,
it's still up there.
and like you're
It
just
is?
like,
Yeah,
oh
great.
yeah. But anyways, yeah. So what's going on, my guy? So you just fixed your Phantom. So you're gonna go out there and play some fucking stock class?
I am actually going to an event tomorrow. So,
Okay, good shit. We're at
Yeah, where you going?
GRC Paintball in Angelica, New York.
New York.
So,
I've seen a few people that have called in from New York and say that the paintball scene is ass there.
I
So
always
what do
wanted-
you
I
think?
imagine there's not
Like,
a whole lot going
yeah,
on.
where are you at in like where's like New York? Because like when I think of New York, I think of like downtown New York, like where fucking 9/11 happened.
We still have like upstate, and
Yeah,
there's
well,
a lot of.
I'm actually from Ohio, so we're traveling
That's
like
gay.
3 hours to go. So,
Okay.
but
Is
we've
it,
been to the field like 9 other times.
it takes you
so-
3 hours to get to from Ohio to Detroit or to New York?
to the border. Yeah.
Wow, dude,
Yeah, it's
that's
right there.
real. Yeah, because I mean, I guess like Michigan, you have to drive down to Ohio
Yeah.
and up. Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of fucking. Yeah.
Or you can
Okay.
go through Port Huron, go through Canada.
Yeah, go through Canada.
I think that's quicker.
Dude, fuck yeah.
This
Yeah, but
Jake
if
kid
you go
asked,
through
"Do you know
Canada,
who
you
the
get to
generals
New
are
York,
for
that's
red, white, and blue?" So we have red team general as fuck, I forgot his name. No,
no,
white
white.
is Callista, blue is Tyler, and then red
You're
is
talking about the
man,
server.
his name is on the tip of my tongue. I'll think about it in a second. But anyway, Shane, what do you want to talk about, my guy? What makes a good paintball field and a bad paintball field? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Mark's got the names in the chat.
Hire better refs.
Dave, that's his name. Yeah, better refs, exactly. Having like,
so-
I think
yeah.
that's what got us into paintball.
What?
Is the staff at the Lone Wolf?
Oh yeah, because everyone's so chill.
Like
They
having
literally like we're basically like part of the family of all those guys.
And I'll never
because-
Got me
forget.
into it.
Yeah,
Dude,
because everyone's
absolutely.
so welcoming.
When
They're so
Corey-
nice.
when I remember when Corey would work there.
Yeah.
When so like when we were talking about with CO2, like you couldn't just have like you couldn't go fill your own CO2 tank because like for one, people don't know how to do it and it's dangerous if people don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
so
you
when
have to know how
rental
to do it.
players would come up, you would have like these people like you have to take off the CO2 tanks and everything. And I would go up to the box and be like, "Hey, Corey," like he'd be like, filling like 7 or 8 other tanks. I'm like, "Here, Corey, here's my CO2 tank I need filled." And he's like, "All right, dude, just leave it there." Like we would leave our CO2 tanks. He'd fill up all the rental players' tanks. He'd fill every individual player's CO2 tanks up, and then he would hand deliver them to us and put them on our guns for us.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Like I specifically remember that. Like every single time, like I didn't have to worry. Like I could bring my gun back to my table. I could sit there. I could load my paint. I could get my pods loaded. I could drink some water. And then Corey, every time, like 3 to 5 minutes later, would come walking up like, "Yeah, you guys having fun? Like screwing on my tank
Him and
for me."
have I met Corey?
Phil.
who's the other? He was the really good rep, like one of the best referees the Wolves ever had. His kid comes around. He comes around for big games.
Rob.
No. He worked with
Terry.
Terry,
Dude. Terry was
really
fucking
good.
solid,
Yeah,
bro. He
Terry
got
was
to know
good.
everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shane, I completely agree with
Said,
you.
I
So
missed
what
that crowd
kind
by
of
like 2
stories you
years
got
ago.
about
The
that?
whole box crew was really
I
Uh,
wish I would have met him.
Yeah, Haley.
don't hire
I
dumb
know
high
I was there
school.
when Halo was there.
Don't hire dumb high school kids. All right. I can see
No, I
them
completely
hiring
agree.
dumb high school kids at a
See,
certain level
who
because
just
I was a
don't
dumb
give a
high
shit.
school kid.
I was a dumb 8th grader, and I'm still.
But there's a
I
difference
think the
between
good thing
people
about
that
the
don't give a
Lone
shit.
crew is that they're generally all like
It's people that fucking
people
play
who
paintball.
are cool and they care
Right,
about the
that's
sport.
right.
It's not just like people trying to get a paycheck.
Right.
the most
I
part.
didn't fucking work.
Because there's
paintball
some
for
people who
money.
just don't give a shit about paintball,
Hmm?
and they're just working at a paintball field.
I didn't work. Dom. But anyways, so what do you think makes a
refs who've never played paintball
bad
Oh my
paintball
God.
field?
Refs that just don't care.
Yup.
100%.
I agree 100%. The refs play a big fucking role in it, man.
The layout, yes.
Yeah, I think that too. So I mean, like, and I'm all about like getting a workout and walking around and everything, but like to a certain degree, like if you have to walk 5 miles, and I think another thing like that we've seen, so like DJ's always taught us, like as referees, like we're literally getting back and like we're getting a drink of water. Like we just got back. The rest of the players are just setting down their guns. He's like, run
Oh
them,
my god!
run them.
You like, you get back. The players haven't even gotten to the tables. Like, hey, why aren't you running?
Yeah, dude, why aren't they on the field? Like, it's always like turning them. Like,
Yeah.
and so like that was the thing is like always when I go to like those fields and like especially when I'd go to West, DJ's like, run them, you fucking retard. Like every time.
It's really funny because at Lone Wolf was like most of our first jobs,
Mhm.
and so I never really realized.
You're
and
fucking
there
fired.
wasn't an issue with this,
It's so
but
funny.
like.
Ugh.
We'd be consistently working to where we never really officially got a break or a
No.
lunch break. And I'm not
No,
saying
you
there's anything
didn't.
wrong with that.
You would
think
grab a
but
piece
I
of
remember,
pizza and you'd
yeah,
start talking to your
between like
players.
you had like 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You grab pizza and you go eat while you're working.
That's
Oh,
exactly what
and
it is.
when I
yeah.
first got like a real
You're
job,
like, oh, this isn't how
and I'm
real
like-
work goes.
so you get about 45 minutes to an hour for lunch. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
like,
like,
wait, what? We get a lunch break?
We get a lunch break where we don't have to
Dude, it's
work.
fucking whack.
That's the
And
best part.
I'm fine with that. Even I work at a moving job. We don't get a lunch and we don't get a break usually. I'm okay with that. But I know it was really funny to like you're consistently moving at some paintball fields.
And that's the thing.
Dude,
and, like,
always,
like that, yeah.
always.
And I
But
was
I've
like,
been to
holy shit,
paintball
this is a
fields, like again, like Future Ball, where you pay an entry fee and you pay a ref fee, and like you're sitting around. I'm like, dude, I've been sitting here for fucking 20 minutes, and then there's like that one or two guys that the refs just kind of know.
And
they're
sits there
just
and
kinda
talks
like-
to you all day.
They're like, yeah, dude, like what's going on? I'm like, oh, are you ready? Oh, hold on. I just want to take a little bit of a break. And they're like, okay, we'll sit here and take a break. Like, nah, dude,
Yeah.
fucking keep them
Yeah.
going. If you want to take a break, you're sitting out this point. Like, you
Yeah.
just fucking consistently go play points. And at the end of the day, dude, I'd be all out of paint, and I'm sitting there like,
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, dude, I completely agree, Shane. Do you have like similar stories about that, or?
I mean, kind of like our game time limits are 20 minutes long with 8-minute breaks in between.
See,
So-
yeah, that structure, that 8 minutes in
Yeah.
between,
I
exactly.
hate it when you go to a field and
You
you
have to
play a
fucking
game.
wait.
The refs are fucking around because they're hanging out. Because like you get some of the regulars at that field who aren't playing, so the ref isn't running them. And then you'll sit there for like 45 minutes in between a game.
Yeah,
It's
when
like,
the
yo,
refs say
run
10-minute
us.
breaks,
like, let's go.
But they really take 30. Right.
Mm.
Talking to the people that they know, sitting around. And that's one of the field. And at the end of the day is I think it comes down to the staffing of it.
And it's
Oh,
the owner to
100%.
run a good field. DJ, like,
Oh, DJ.
he kicked their
But
ass
having
to
a
run
fucking
good field.
manager, that's the
Yeah.
thing. There's a lot of fields where I'll go to, and it's just like every time, like whether I work at the West Field, who is basically run by DJ, I always have to report to him. I have to clock in with him. I have to like tell him like everything. And like even when I go to the other fields that aren't run by DJ, when Joe books me, he's just like, hey man, do you want to work at this field at this day? I'm like, sure, man. He's like, okay, you're gonna check in with this manager at this time. There's times when like I've been to fields and I'm like, yeah, like who's the field manager? And they're like, the what?
Here, can you go take and run this group?
Yeah, it's like the what?
There's
And
no
I'm,
structure.
yeah, there's no like you have to have a manager, like as much as it sucks, like you gotta have a manager that's like on your ass, like, hey, you gotta do this.
Right.
All right, does the staging
Where do you
area
play at?
dictate a good field?
Pinnacle Woods Paintball Park.
Pinnacle.
That sounds familiar.
Because John do you know John Reeves, the peanut butter fit, PB fit?
I mean, I've seen YouTube.
Okay. Have you played with them? Because he said I think he's played at Pinnacle before.
Is Pinnacle Woods Paintball Park, but
Do you know Drew Charles or like Jacob? Fuck, I forgot his name. Do you know Drew Charles?
Where you at?
Because you're in Ohio, right?
I was in Ohio.
yeah, where the field is in Chardon, Ohio.
Okay.
It's like about a half hour east of Cleveland.
Okay, yeah. So that'd be like, how far away are you from like level up in paintball country?
Probably hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, he's
John
over
Reeves
there.
has definitely played over there though. But yeah, he's played over there. But what else you got to talk about, my guy? You can talk
Well,
about
just
whatever
got a
we've talked about.
DSR.
You what? You just got a DSR?
Dude, we're already an hour in.
Yeah,
What do you think about it?
amazing.
Okay.
DSRs are so fun to play with.
They're so great. I mean, I would say the main competition is the Shocker, the XLS. Personally,
I really
think-
like. Did you? What happened to the one that we had? Did we give it away, or do you still have it?
the Shocker,
The DSR.
I got it.
Oh, you still have
Actually,
it?
Lone Wolf has it right now.
I like shooting that. That was
It's in
nice.
Tony's office.
Is it?
Yeah, Tony has it right now. But what color did you get?
It was originally was black, but they got it custom mandoed, red and blue. No, it wasn't from A&S here.
Solid.
But yeah,
Okay, good shit. Have you actually like played out on the field with it, or is it new?
this weekend is my first weekend playing with it at the big game.
Is this your first die gun?
Yes.
Okay, good shit. I mean that's actually a really good first die gun, and I actually like that. Hey, dude, you want to grab me a beer while you're up?
What do you want?
Let's grab me a PBR. No, but I'm glad that you got that because like I got the M3 and you shot the M3 with me.
Yeah.
The M3 was underwhelming compared to the DSR. So I
Right.
definitely think that
Yeah, we
you'll
did a
actually
side-by-side.
we did a side-by-side comparison.
I actually think I prefer both of us prefer the DSR.
We
right?
both preferred the DSR. Yeah, we 100% both preferred the DSR. Yo, you
Yeah,
just
I
tried to
shot
blow
both
that.
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't I put it that way.
Yeah, man. The DSR is a solid pickup for the price. You know, I mean, you're missing one barrel back, but
Right.
overall,
Right.
I think it's like it's a solid overall marker. And I think you made a great choice. The only other thing that I would say is like, yeah, the oh shit,
Got PBR on me.
I really like the
I was
Shockers.
gonna shake that a lot
Like
more.
the XLSs are solid.
I almost got a Shocker, but months ago I said I wanted a DSR, so I got it. Yes.
No, I completely agree, man. The solid fucking markers. So, what else you got going
Plus, I
on?
love Ty, so
Yeah, Dye's a solid company. Mm.
You like that PBR?
Dude, that PBR solid. You want to sip, dude?
No, it's fine. Yeah.
I fucking hate PBR. Shit's nasty.
What else you got going on,
It
dude?
is.
You got anything else you want
Nothing
to talk
much.
about? I mean, you can talk about things that aren't paintball related. We don't really care. I mean, we've been talking about a lot of paintball.
much.
Fair enough. Where do you work at? Work at Topgolf?
Well, my school with the maintenance department. So
Nice.
All right. So, speaking of, are you in high school or are you in like college?
I just graduated high school.
Okay. So you're sort of just like you literally just graduated probably what like a few weeks ago or so.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay, so we have someone saying like obviously as someone that like does that's like sort of just got out of high school, what do you think about high school paintball teams?
I
Oh, yeah, so
think
nice about that.
Not a good idea.
yes and no.
That's what I would say.
Good take.
What do you mean by yes and no?
I think it should be a club, not really a team.
I agree.
Okay.
You're not going to
Mostly because
Because,
paintball
you know,
teams.
how many high school students could actually afford to play paintball?
Boom.
100%. Ding ding
Exactly
ding.
where I'm going.
Money.
Yep,
Especially the tournament scene.
Yep.
absolutely.
Exactly.
I this past semester, me and this guy I met tried to set up a paintball club at my university. And honestly, because there had been one before, and he put on our like Facebook like for that grade, hey, like who wants to start a club? And so I hit him up and stuff like that. And what they required is the school required you have like 5 people, one person would be like a treasurer, like president, vice
Yeah, you have to
president,
have
stuff
so
like that.
much.
But then you had to find a teacher to sign on to it. Me and this guy
Right, exactly.
went around. We found people. I think we found 6 people who were ready to start this club. But we, for the life of us, could not find a professor because you have to have someone who technically has signed on your club
Like an
and is an
adult?
overseer as an adult. Now he doesn't have to be involved, but you have to like consult him about things. You think a professor gives a shit about a paintball club? No, it was hard,
Hey.
and that's what like we had everything.
Mark, I
but a
did see that,
professor.
dude. That fucking thing is solid. I would almost buy. I'd probably buy that. That is something that I would buy. Honestly, that CVO, that adrenaline shocker, solid. But yeah, I agree. Yes and no. So like, I'm all about people creating paintball teams in high school, but I don't think it needs to be associated with the high school. Because like at the end of the day, dude, like for one, I'm not saying like you need to be like with trends and everything. It's against the trend, but like how often do you like drive around and sometimes you just see those assholes that shoot up signs in like neighborhoods.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like you don't want to have a paintball team that's associated with your high school, and then all of a sudden you see road signs shot up.
Oh, your school is,
and they're
not
just
gonna
like,
want-
oh, well, there's hoodlums playing paintball at our high school. No, like that's not what it fucking is. People that actually play paintball don't vandalize shit. Like that's not what it is.
Yeah, it's the retards
That's
who
what
have
it
gone
really
from when they were
is.
12 sitting in
Right.
the
That's
basement.
literally what gives people a bad fucking image on paintball. And a lot of people I think don't even know that it was like paintballs that hit it, or they know that it's paintballs and they think, oh, those fucking damn stupid teenagers shooting paintballs at signs. That's not what it is. Like that's
Right.
literally not paintball. So I think it needs to be separated from actual like from colleges and high schools.
I don't know about colleges. Like Michigan State is their own paintball team.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
right. There is some good
Ohio
colleges.
State, their own paintball
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
suck. It's really funny.
There is some good colleges out there.
So
I have
I
played
don't
with
pay
some of the
attention
guys
either. I
from
have no
Michigan
idea.
State.
I just
dude.
assume they're bad because Ohio State's bad. But you know,
Fair enough.
Hey.
That's just a Michigan hate. But no, dude, I completely agree. Yes and no. I think that it's great if people want to, because we started in high school.
right.
Yeah, we
I
started in high
started
school.
probably sophomore year.
Yeah.
That's a good age to do it. It's
Yeah.
just a high school, especially, now, isn't not going to want to be
Yeah,
associated
people
with
then go-
absolutely not.
guns. and
Yeah,
shit
the
like
principal
that.
wouldn't even let them hand out flyers. Like
Yeah, no.
that's what it is.
Oh,
we
hell
tried
no.
to start one. One of my buddies tried to start it, and it never turned out because of the whole gun thing. It's a paintball gun, not a paintball marker.
It doesn't
Right.
matter. It's something that's
Doesn't
shooting.
matter.
You
Yeah,
don't want that
exactly.
on school grounds.
No.
I don't think you're allowed to have a paintball gun on school property.
Probably not. I would
No,
doubt it.
no.
So
I don't know why you would.
Is he trying to say onslaught? Oscillosinius? That's what I'm trying to get. Jake's Wait, is that a word that I just don't know how to pronounce?
I don't know what it is.
Is that a
Brian,
beer?
whatever
Looks
Brian
like
said.
I
Hennessy.
thought he was saying Hennessy.
Is Oscillosius?
I think you had a seizure. All right, Brian, can you retype that? Try a little bit harder.
If you saying my onslaught, like my paint, like my Bob Long marker, fair enough. If you want that, dude,
Try a little bit harder.
open up your wallet, bro. But yeah, Shane, you got anything else you want to talk about, my guy?
Nothing much. No.
All right.
All right, well, it's been a long day without you, my friend.
Yep.
Until we see you again,
All right.
All right, man.
dude.
It's good talking to you.
we'll see you on the next setup.
Adios.
All right, bud.
Yeah.
All right, I know this one dude has been really trying to, so we'll try to keep it short.
Just fucking casually playing with explosives.
How do you think the industry could go about attracting more players?
Cheaper prices.
Cheap.
That's
yeah.
it.
I'm all about more expensive prices, but here's the thing. I'm all about paintball being an adult sport, and one of the coolest things was going to Living Legends and there being a bikini contest, like catering to the adults.
Didn't they stop that?
I think
Well,
so.
at one
So
point,
it
like
died
girls
with
just stopped
yeah.
signing up. But
Oh,
like,
okay.
how do you think we can attract more players? Is that at the end of the day, to actually be within the paintball industry, you have to have money. Like
100%.
that's the only way things are gonna go. Golf. Look at golf. Who plays golf? There are people that fucking have
It's
endless
not-
amounts of money.
and it's not to play paintball once. You don't have to have money. It's
Right.
to be able to like play it professionally or be able to play it every weekend.
So-
you can't just.
I think
It's
a
a lot
big
of money.
thing is
So-
Adds up
also
quick.
I'm
What
kind
up,
of
Jack? We'll get to you in hold up. So I think catering to like getting like these splat masters and stuff, I think it's a great concept. But saying, hey, we have these splat masters to start the new generation of paintball. Yeah, it's to start the new generation of paintball, but like is it really like?
See, I actually kind of have I think I'm opposing on this.
I like the Splatmasters, but like, what do you got, Jack, dude? What do you think about this?
I say you give the team a field day. That's the best way for them to keep each other up and do have themselves a little fun.
Okay.
I think that I think like appealing to the younger generation, the younger kids, is a good point. And I think a big to open up to different crowds is like people have to realize, because when you think of paintball, it's kind of like that could be dangerous, kind of dirtied a little bit for like parents and their kids. And so I think you need to have more of a friendly family.
What you got there, dude? Is that an old Geo?
The game, but also prices.
Oh,
like
you know
what?
So,
wait, let's see that. Don't tell me what it is. Okay, that's an Etha.
And then a lot of people think it hurts too.
That's the thing.
That's okay.
Like, they're not everywhere too. There's the whole like you have to have a lot of land for a paintball company,
I think,
and it's all this extra like it's not easy to go play paintball.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, I feel like if 50 cal keeps coming on the way it is, and they keep like making more like better guns for them that are cheaper, I feel like a lot more people will have them.
Well, like the thing is, like what I say is again, like with like golf and like hockey and like all these other professional sports, they travel nonstop and they have endless amounts of money.
Well, that's not to
like how often do you hear about people saying, "Man, I golf every single weekend and I hate the prices." Never. Fucking never. I never hear, but guess what kind of cars they're driving? They're driving Mercedes. They're they've got Bentleys.
Well, unless we come up with a way to reuse projectiles, paintball's not really going to get much cheaper.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's why it's so expensive.
But it's the same thing with golf balls. Like, how often do people find their golf balls? Yeah, they find them, but like, not
they
all
also
the time.
have to buy a $5,000 club.
Right, and they have to buy these fucking memberships that they keep paying into. So playing golf is literally like playing paintball, and like it's a niche sport. It's not for everyone
in terms of money. And then
what you were trying to say that golf is just for old people.
Some old people, yeah.
I know a lot of rich guys.
Look at the demographic. It's older white dudes.
Yeah, it's old. It's rich people. It's literally people between the ages of.
I wouldn't say rich people. It's people who have money to go play golf. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's people that have money.
Same thing about paintball.
Yeah, it's exactly. That's what paintball is.
Yeah,
so what are we going to attend to? So first off, paintball is a male-generated sport. It's a male-dominated sport. That's what it is. So what are we going to appeal to? Dude, bikini contests. Fucking alcohol at the fields, bro. The bikini contests were great.
That's what we were talking about earlier. It's a fucking testosterone zone of meaty dudes.
Having fucking crazy, like having strippers at the fields. Like people are like, oh, you can't have bikini contests because then I can't bring my 17-year-old kid.
To be fair,
fuck your 17-year-old kid if he's played paintball once.
The bikini contests were at night.
Away from everything else.
And many hours after the game.
It doesn't happen during the day, but like
we have it in the middle of a game, like a big plexiglass.
It doesn't matter.
It happens at night. It all happens at night.
Company put a stripper with bikini contest in the middle of the day.
No, not in the middle of the day.
They even checked for IDs.
No, not in the middle of the day.
They're very strict on it.
No, not in the middle of the day.
I think that's more of a legal thing. They'd probably do it all day if they could.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so when you go to World Cup and the NXL events, the Red Bull girls are walking around, and like the girls at the NXL booths that are bartenders,
they don't wear.
They're literally they have like I took body shots off of these girls one year, dude. They literally had nothing but anything covering their fucking nipples, and their ass cheeks were hanging out, and they were selling fucking beer and booze. And what?
Wait, Jake, how old are you again?
What?
How old are you again?
I'm 23. I was doing this when I was 21, 22, 19.
I would have guessed like 12, but whatever. So.
Hey, fair enough. How old are you, dude?
14, as of May 25th.
Oh, good shit, dude. No, and I think it's great to have younger kids in the paintball industry. I think it's great. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but where's paintball going to grow?
Me and my buddies just put the tournament over. I was the dude who messaged you about World Cup.
Oh, yeah, on Facebook. Yeah, so you're in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I'd love to get shot with you in the mask. I'm not opposed to that.
No, and I think there's a lot of younger generational people that can like actually get into paintball like yourself, but the demographic isn't that, and which is unfortunate. And I think that you're great, man. You're a statistic that's like you're going against the crowd, and I think that's fucking awesome, dude. Like no, like yeah, and I think that's fucking fantastic, dude. Like how many like it's rare that we see like I mean it's not rare, but we just see more older adults that play paintball than younger adults.
I mean we hang out with those like Cloud too. Not
Yeah,
Cloud,
no, none of
Cloud.
my friends play paintball, and it's really sad.
A lot of
No,
the
but I
dudes
mean-
are older. In this.
No, but how often does that happen?
My age, I don't play. Like, we should keep it.
Okay, so as like as a 14-year-old, so you probably hang out with like 13, 14, 15-year-olds. Like, have you ever have you tried to get like your friends into paintball?
But yeah, I've actually found it paintball. Like, one of my best friends. I've known this kid years of my life. We're like our mom.
And all the important bits. Just
Wait, hold on. You keep cutting out.
Yeah.
All right. Your internet must suck.
Yeah, it does. I have Verizon.
Hey,
Oh, R.I.P. dude. You gotta have that
Yo,
AT&T.
we got
Let's
that,
go.
we got that coverage though. I have
My-
fine
my-
with Verizon.
oh, yeah,
You see that map? Yeah.
So, like-
AT&T.
Okay, so tell me,
AT&T
like,
also
what I'm
sucks.
trying to get at is like, are they afraid of getting hit?
My little brothers are absolutely about it.
Okay.
Like, my little brothers won't even wear any pads at all, and they're just terrified.
So they won't wear any padding, but they're terrified of getting hit.
They don't want to play. They don't want to be near the gun. They don't even want to be they even take out a bolt. They're terrified of it.
So like,
some people like that.
have you been like, hey, we'll give you padding, like you can
I'm
have
quite
this
trying to
padding.
tell- Larry, their two main concerns are the top of their head, which I've covered up, and they're not as scared about that. But
The top of the head feels like you get hit in the head with a rock. It doesn't hurt that bad. Like there's worse place to get shot.
I don't know.
100%.
Back of the head sucks.
Back of the head. He said top of the head.
That sucks.
Back of
Top
the
of the
head.
head.
Let's not act like
top of the head, and then-
it hurts sometimes.
That's where I get
You
shot
rocked.
every day.
Depending. Okay, so like,
If I wear
yeah. Sometimes
Yeah,
getting
well,
shot
forehead.
in the head does suck when you're getting shot more than
Oh,
like
more
if
than
you
once. Yeah.
because like as I'm a cameraman and I get shot in the head, I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? And then like the worst part is like when I get in the shower the next day
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
take a shower and like I'll never forget after Living Legends 8 and Living Legends 9, dude, Living Legends 9, bro.
Get all the pink
My
shells
whole
in your hair.
fucking head was swollen and it was welts. And I got into the shower and it was just like that straight fucking beam, bro. It was
Oh,
like this
no.
big and it was just straight water. And I get in the shower and for whatever reason, I was just so burnt out. I like get in the shower and I turn on the shower and it was just like, like fucking a water jet just hit me in the head. And I was like, like having a seizure, bro. It sucks.
Dude, I can honestly
get it,
imagine.
Goddamn, yeah.
So wait, you guys are going to World
Yeah,
Cup?
over.
I'm most likely going to World Cup. Maybe, most likely, probably, yes. Yeah, the neck is the worst, I agree.
Will you
Yeah,
sign
neck
my-
sucks.
Yeah, dude, I'll sign anything. I don't care. My signature's not worth anything, but I'll sign it.
Hey man, it's the worst something.
It's a keepsake. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
You, Mike Phillips, and next year, I know I guess it's you, but where you guys have advised me in almost all decisions.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what matters. That's fucking cool. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, like I watched a lot of Mike Phillips and Tech BB videos before before I started getting into
Yeah,
paintball.
I used to watch Tech BB all the time.
Yeah, and
That's
like,
fun.
yeah, I watched a lot of his shit before, and that's how I learned some things. I live like 5 minutes from Mike Phillips, is what this dude said.
Yeah.
Nut shots, hands down. Yeah,
oh
for
yeah,
sure.
well, that's a little
For
different.
sure,
That's not an
dude.
everyday sort of shot. You can get
So-
shot in the neck every day. Oh, I mean, I guess you
Uh-oh.
get shot in the nuts too.
He's disconnected. Oh no, reconnecting. Oh no, where you at, dude? Oh, well. R.I.P. I guess that sucks for him. So, nut shots, yeah. Jacob, you've never been shot in the nuts, right? What the fuck
No.
what are you doing, dude? Playing with the Transformers?
I don't know what it is. It's like a pterodactyl machine.
Fair enough.
Yeah. First
I've been
game
playing
I
for
ever
10
played
years,
got
never
shot in
been
the
shot
nuts.
in the balls or the dick. Been shot very close.
10 years and you've never been shot in the nuts.
Nope.
First game I ever played. First game ever. Some asshole
If
shot
anyone
through the
wants
window.
to call in,
got
we'll
shot in
maybe
the
do
nuts.
one more.
Wanted to die,
That's rough.
and I'm still here. So
You're not wearing it right here.
All right, let's get these last few questions and then we'll end the stream.
fucking hour and a half.
Mike Phillips doesn't play anymore, right? From my understanding, I don't know. I haven't seen any
he
gameplay
just kind of
videos
dropped
from him.
off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I haven't seen any
Wasn't
gameplay
there some like
videos.
controversy or some shit? I forget.
Not tonight.
All
Well,
right.
usually, but not now.
All right, Colton, what's up, dude?
Yo.
Didn't Killer Giller want to talk?
What's up, my guy? What you got going on, dude?
Nothing much. So, oh my gosh, wanted to talk with you guys about oh, like while disabled.
About
or,
what?
Like people living painfully because disabilities.
Okay.
Because for me, I'm actually albino, as you see, so I'm very visually impaired.
Okay.
And
I got a good story for this.
Paintball and stuff for me, it really, because I can't really spot out people from like a distance. I can't really see who I'm spotting out, so I really
That's
rely on my
Jacob.
team headlight. And even when they call me out, I can't see what they're talking about. So like, how would you guys think, or what do you guys think about people with like different disabilities or physical disabilities, like wheelchairs, stuff like that, playing like paintball?
Jake's brain has disabilities.
Yeah, so-
So what do you got to say? What do you got to say, Nathan?
Not on the wheelchair part. I haven't had a chance to deal with that yet, but I don't think it would go super well, mostly because of the lack of mobility. With the whole they'd have to have somebody push them or something. That's a little bit more tricky. But I have
You could be a bad player completely.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, they had the one guy, Living Legends, who was in the tracked wheelchair. That was pretty cool. But I have refed a blind person.
Oh yeah,
That
you
was
guys
sweet.
close?
Yes, we have. So like, I have refed. I've single-handedly. Jacob, you've refed deaf people before, right?
Oh, it's a T-Rex. Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah, dude. So like, so people with disabilities, I think that's fucking fantastic, dude. So
You just work around it. When I had
absolutely.
deaf, I had a group of just three, just a little family, like a mom, a husband,
Nick
and a
shot
kid.
him in the asshole.
No, this is a different one. And what we did is like, she could read lips. So when we went on the field, we made sure barrel covers are on the ground. We took her mask off. I let her read my lips, and she could talk to me. And then it was very simple. You just had to change the rules a little bit.
Yeah. So obviously
Wow,
you're not gonna.
that's
You're most likely not going to play professional paintball. I mean, obviously at some point, like, again, like people with like if you're born with 1 foot, you're most likely not going to be playing in the NFL. Like obviously disabilities are going to put you at a point, but you're still going to be able to play paintball. Are you going to play fucking pro paintball? Probably not. But some of the coolest fucking people that I've ever played with. So like one of the dudes that I can talk about is Kyle. He not the Kyle that breaks drywall, but the Kyle like he plays in a wheelchair, man. And yeah, he has people that push. Cool. Yeah, he has people push him around, or like people's that have those motorized wheelchairs with the fucking the tracks on them and shit that like help them drive them around. Yeah, and CPX offered them. Dude, those are the most fucking badass people, and like Marine veterans, like it literally gives them something to fucking do, man. And I think that's like one of the coolest fucking things is like playing with like any sort of disability. I think is like an absolute. I think it's solid, and there's a lot of people out there that do it, and they do it fucking well. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's you're not gonna be the next Ollie Lang. You're not going to be the next great professional paintball player.
Super cool.
Right.
But that blind guy, dude, he came out with his girlfriend, and she just let him around, and then he played by sound, which was freaking crazy.
Right.
And he shot me, and didn't get mad.
Right, and a lot of veterans play. There's a lot of people with like PTSD and a lot of people with like that are missing limbs and stuff that like, they don't have a specific hand and like they don't have like a certain mobility and stuff. And I think it's really, really brave of people to go out there and do that. And I think it's fucking solid, dude. So how do you play with it and how do you cope with it? I mean, obviously, with certain disabilities, I mean, you sort of figure out ways, just like, blind people, figure out how to walk around. And I mean, you figure out ways to do it. But yeah, I think it's super, super cool. And, even like Jacob, when we did that blindfold paintball, like even
that was hard,
dude. It's hard. But man, I can tell you from just like those few times that I went and I played paintball blindfolded with Tony at Lone Wolf, man. When we would go sit there,
I saw those videos.
Yeah, man.
Really respect the crap out of it.
Yeah, like when we'd go sit there and we'd play blindfolded and we'd have someone talking in our ear and we'd have to sit there and listen. I'd have to listen to where Tony's at. I would have to listen to what my coach on the other side was saying. And I'm sitting there literally blind. It's a lot harder than you think. And like sitting out there, like literally completely black.
I wanted to try that so bad since I'm already visually impaired.
Oh, dude.
Like, oh my God. Maybe this is my calling. Maybe I'd get my super bat hearing now.
No, that's exactly what it is, man. I think that's fucking solid. And I think that is super cool. And I have a lot of respect that you can actually go out there and actually do that. Because, dude, when I went out there and I only did it like, for a few rounds over and over and over again, for those few rounds, I was like, wow, I'm like, this is actually like, this is really hard. And this is obviously a big challenge. And I think that's super fucking cool.
Imagine playing against people who can see.
Right.
That's
Right.
the scary part.
And like people that go out there in like wheelchair and like, do you remember when like Jeff from Average Joe's broke his leg and he went out there and played in a cast?
Yeah, they set him out there. He started in a bunker.
He started in a bunker and he'd stay there.
And it didn't matter if it would like the other team was annihilating him. He was the last one. He was sitting in that bunker fighting off multiple people with a broken leg.
He couldn't move. He
couldn't
move. He
couldn't
couldn't snap shoot. He could only do a few things and he could only get weird in a few spots of his bunker. But I got to tell you, ever since he's ever played with a broken leg and he hasn't been able to like fully been able to move, that I literally, as bad as it sounds, I think him breaking his leg literally made him a way better paintball player, because after he broke his leg, he's been out there on the field balling and snap shooting at a completely different level. Because when you can only sit there and gunfight and doing a few certain different levels and doing a few different things and not being able to move, you learn a different skill. It's like playing pump. And I think when I played pump and when Jacob played pump, I think he'd agree. And when Nathan plays pump,
make it way better.
When you go out there and like when I play tournaments, it's like if I go out there on the speedball field and I play like a month of pump and then I go out there and play with my normal marker, I'm like, this is fucking like this is like a cakewalk. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Like, you guys suck. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, man, I think that's fucking solid that you can go out there. So how do you do it? Like what do you do on like a day-to-day like paintball basis?
Yeah, so for me, I try to stick with speedball because it's a little bit more close quarters. Like,
okay.
It's like, so I can actually see like kind of who I'm shooting at, and I mean kind of because it's really kind of.
Do you only see shadows or like what do you see?
Yeah, I'm a front player, definitely. No, okay. I can actually see people. So if you know visual IQ, my vision is 20/210.
Okay.
So
I'm not the best with like vision, yeah. But so like basically, yeah, so you're very like you're like very like it's nearsighted, right? Like where you can see like right in front of you, but you can't. Yeah, so you're very very nearsighted, so you can see probably the paintballs coming like right when they're there, but you can't see them coming at you.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like that, but I rely on like team communication. Like, so if they tell me like, hey,
so with the heads-up display helping,
shoot Snake 1, I'll put my gun to zip up. I mean, so like, I'll use Snake 1. They call Snake 1. I'll shoot there. D1. I know that, so I'll shoot there. So they tell me to shoot somewhere. And I'll put paint down there, and if they're close enough, or I'm like the last one on the field, I'll go up and bunker. But
good
not
shit.
really a good person on one situation.
Yeah, one-on-ones. So like when you are you a Snake player?
I am actually a deep player.
Okay. So me personally as a Snake player, so I play a little bit of D-side, and I sort of understand like
D-side game,
blind shooting and stuff. So like one of the things that I can do when I play Snake is I can sometimes blind shoot. So what I mean by that is, so when I get into the Snake, one of the things that I always do is like if I know that they went into Snake is a lot of times I'll dive into Snake and I'll sit there. I don't give a fuck about what my team is saying. A lot of times I listen what's going down the field and I listen to what is being shot at me. So like if I know like my S1 is getting shot and I hear like on the other side of the field, Snake 1, then I'm like, all right, so they know what I'm at. I'll listen to my team and I'll sit there and I'll listen to what they think of where I'm at. And they're like, okay, we have a guy in Snake 1 or whatever. So then like, if I can, I'll sort of like get really, really low. And if I know that there's no one on my wire, depending upon how the Snake layout is, obviously Snake layouts are weird. I can sometimes lean into my bunker and I can like sort of position my gun to shoot over. This is why I love Snake, where I can shoot over top of Snake beams, to where I can sit there and shoot people and shoot back at people that are shooting at me, but I don't see them and I don't know where they're at, but just by communication, I sort of know where they're at and I know where they're like, I know how to shoot because I've walked the field and I sort of know where they're at. Is that kind of what you do? Like you just sort of just go out there, you kind of walk the field, and you know how to sit there and like lean into your bunker and kind of shoot sort of blind with communication. Is that sort of how you do it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. That's pretty much how I do it. I'll hear if the enemy team knows it, and then I'll kind of just sit back for a little bit, and I go by what my team says, and I'll kind of shoot in that general direction. Yeah.
No, dude, that's fucking awesome, man. I've never actually talked to someone, that like you that has like these disabilities that can actually go out there on the field and like go out there and actually play, dude. That's fucking awesome. No, yeah, it's actually really, really different.
Because I'm like I'm the whitest person in the freaking world probably. I got white hair, really, really pale skin.
Dude, I don't know if you're whiter than Nick Zimmerman, man. Nick Zimmerman has no hair.
Damn it.
Dude, Nick Zimmerman has no hair, and he's straight up fucking albino. Nick, I've never seen Nick with a tan. He's straight up Nick Burns, bro. So Nick has alopecia, and I mean, he doesn't like have like any seeing disabilities. I think he has a learning disability because Nick is kind of retarded. But on the other, but you know what I mean, like, yeah, dude, throwing shade at Nick. But like,
that's what happens when you skip out.
No, but like, yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. So. No, but dude, I've got a lot of respect that you actually go out there and play paintball. And like I said, some of the coolest fucking like inspirations is like I said, like Kyle that I know, where Kyle goes out there on the field with a wheelchair. And I've played behind Kyle, and I've played behind other veterans where they can't walk and they're paralyzed from the waist down, and like people that don't have hands and they don't have arms and they only have movement, and they don't have any touch and like feel receptors on their hands. So like their hand, I know one dude that I got to personally meet at Living Legends. It's one of the coolest fucking things where he can't feel anything on his hands. Like he can't move his hands. Like his hands is pretty much all a skin graft and plastic because he was burnt up in like, I think it was like the war of Iraq, and he was telling me about it in the pits one day, and I was following behind him. So he can't feel. So his hand is literally stuck in one position where he can't really feel anything. So when he goes to reload pods, he either has to have the pod pack in front of him or he has to have it behind him, and he can't feel anything. He just sort of has to like sit there, and he has to force it out, and he has to sort of manipulate himself and manipulate the pod to be able to get it up, because he can't move his hand, where he has to sit there and like fucking like then load his marker and sit there, and when he shoots his stuff, he can't actually sit there and walk his fingers. He's got to sit there and like fan his fingers, right? And I think that's fucking cool. So
that's motivational.
Yeah, dude, and I think that's fucking awesome. And I'm out there playing paintball, just drunk as fuck. Like, yo, dude, like, what do you mean? Like, you can't move your hands and your feet? Like, dude, I'm just really fucking drunk right now. Like what? Like. That's my excuse, and you're out here in a wheelchair, like straight balling, shooting people off the field. Yeah, like that's fucking cool.
I think that would be the funnest thing ever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I might get a little paranoid from that shit.
From what?
Sitting in a bunker, being like,
oh yeah,
tweaking out. I don't know.
So no, I think that's fucking awesome. But yeah, dude, I think that's really fucking cool of what you had to say, and I'm really glad that you called, because you never had anyone like actually, and this is why I like the Dead Box, because like we can like get a bunch of different fucking people and a bunch of different perspectives of like people calling in, and like people all around the different worlds, and like people of different calibers of paintball that can actually like sit here and talk to us. So
yeah, but. You guys for like being here for all these years. I'm 18 now, and I was watching you guys back when I was like 15, 14 years old.
Yeah, dude.
Just getting into it. So you guys really helped get me into speedball and tell me about the different games and stuff. So I've been following you guys forever. And then I thought I would see you guys up at Living Legends 12. I'm down at Pennsylvania in Virginia. So we drove all the way up to Living Legends 12. I thought you guys were going to be there.
This was the one we did.
Yeah, this was the one that we missed, man. I've seen a few people. I've had a few people like ask, like, where were you guys at? Yeah, we just weren't there. I was literally in Arizona the week before. I took a shitload of time off of work beforehand, because I was looking at like moving out to Arizona, and I was like taking a vacation and like looking at like a bunch of different things and doing stuff. So I was like, man, I'm like, am I going to be able to make Living Legends? And we were all kind of like talking about it. And when we asked, I was just like, yeah, guys, what do you think? Do we want to go to Living Legends? And everyone's like, kind of like,
you're on Red Team, like craziness. Like, we just got destroyed.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I mean, I don't know. I'm glad that I didn't go, but I miss like Living Legends.
Yeah, but that probably wasn't what we're used
There
to.
was no bikini show. That was the one thing that I was like, no. What the
I'm
hell?
surprised. I'm not surprised they didn't do it at Hell's either.
Sad days,
and I was like, what? Where's the bikini show, man?
Right.
Once CPX died, that was a thing that
Brian
just was
nailed
at
it, bro.
CPX.
Worst chat ever. No. But yeah, man. I mean, that's fucking cool that you called in, man. I got a lot of respect for you, dude. That's awesome, especially from just playing like from you like having, you know, those issues with like seeing. I think that's fantastic,
Oh, it's
especially
huge.
with me going and playing like that blindfold paintball at Jacob behind me, like, dude, he's to your left, and I'm like, what the fuck you mean he's to my left? And I'm like shooting up in the ceiling. I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, what the fuck you talking about? So yeah, man. What else you got to talk? You got anything else you want to talk about, or?
Oh shit. Fuck.
If not, no big deal. I know I'm putting you on the spot. We kind of
Yeah,
talked
I'm
about a
not
lot.
online right now.
So
I actually just cool. I was taking a little break from my college work, so I wanted to call you guys because I was like, yo, hold up. What's the Snapchat? I'm gonna see if we can get on here quick. But
fuck yeah, dude.
I might try to get on. I might try to call you guys next week.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah, the next live cast, hopefully we'll have I mean it's definitely not
I
hopefully,
got you. I'm
but
like joining in conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure, dude.
It's definitely fun.
So yeah,
All
dude.
right, guys. You have a good night.
You too, man.
Adios,
Thanks for
man.
calling in,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a pleasure talking to you.
All right, bro. See ya. All right, I think that's a solid spot.
solid
wrap.
I think this is the longest live stream I've ever done, almost 2 hours.
Yeah,
This is the longest fucking live stream.
It went by fast.
It was a lot of topics to talk
This
about.
causes pink eye. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'll fart in your fucking face. I don't care. Homeland Security gave me the stream room treatment. Oh, the steam room treatment. They put me in a hole ground and poop. Oh, dude, that's fucking unfortunate. All right, so if you guys didn't get to call in, Jack, I see you calling in, dude. I love you, bro. We'll get you on the next stream.
Yeah, don't worry. We're approaching the 2-hour mark.
Yeah,
so.
we're this is the longest stream we've ever had. So, we'll hit you guys up later. So, peace. Thanks for watching.
Gotta hit that.
Yeah, you gotta hit end. You're almost there. All right.